Hey there, it's your friend Stormy Warren here, and I want to invite you to my new home, the Big 615, exclusively on TuneIn. So what is the Big 615? Well, simply put, it's the official home of country music broadcasting live from Nashville to the world. Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn. Get the latest on country music, from your favorite artists to the hottest songs climbing up the charts. Oh, and it's commercial free. That means a whole lot more music and a whole lot more country. Hear it all on the Stormy Warren Show, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Download the TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. And by the way, yes, it's free. You can also ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn. And I look forward to having you join me on the Big 615.
This is your country station.
The Big 615.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, it's Mike Hawk. Join me every Thursday at 1 p.m. exclusively on the Odyssey app as we go live with Odyssey. Join in on the action as we cover interesting facts, top 10 lists, and some fun new games. Follow the Men's Room page on the Odyssey app and join in all the fun Thursday afternoons at 1.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to Season 18, episode number 3891. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. Montgomery! And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes ranks the best fast food, ice cubes. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, Men's Room Shout of the Day, fun listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Clack, clack.
All right, here we go. Florida man goes to the pool, puts porn on his speaker, and bastes his ham. Meanwhile, in Iowa, 2 are bitten by a dangerous rabbit that is still on the lamb. Passenger tries to storm the cockpit because he doesn't like the food. Truck crash covers highway in which your dung funnel spewed. An American airline loses a man's bag with his leg inside. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we will spend... I know, talk faster. I know, we've been going through this. I just keep forgetting. You need to, send me an email to remind me.
It's been a tough year for you.
It has been. We will spin the category wheel, and then we will ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy and returning champ is the lovely and talented Danny, who thought a walnut was another name for a glory hole, and found a way to answer 12 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
Big contestant to play Big Dummy. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot, or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, Whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway.
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
No one likes debt. One way to help get out of debt is to move it all to a lower interest credit card. KISW Credit Union's Visa card has one of the lowest interest rates in the nation, so you can consolidate your debt into a lower monthly payment and spend your money on more important things, like family vacations and movie nights. Make the switch to a KISW Credit Union Visa and save more for the things that really matter. Go to kitsapcu.org to apply or swing by any of the KISW Credit Union locations. Insured by NCUA.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Hold Patel's, away we go. Welcome to Season 18, Episode number 3,891. What a large and uncharged program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Head Chef is back. Ted's Meat Potatoes. You are going to the fast food establishments and ranking the best ice cubes.
This is you, man. You're an ice guy.
I am an ice guy.
Ice people are very specific.
Ice people.
Like, I don't really care. Most of my beverages, I drink without ice, but, like, Miles is an ice person. My buddy Joe is a weirdo about ice. My mother's, like, it's hot or cold.
That's going to be my new History Channel show, Ice People.
Ice people.
Well, there's ice road truckers.
I know, but people will be disappointed because they're going to think it's going to be like ice road truckers, and they're like, you're talking about people putting ice in their drinks?
Sometimes I want more ice.
You do like a lot of
you'll
ice.
sit here with like a cup with ice in it to drink, and I'm like, what are you doing? Just get a cold can.
No, I'm an ice guy.
And that's what I'm saying. And people, like, if you come over to my house, I have run into this issue where people are like, can you make me a cocktail? I'm like, sure. Oh, I don't have any ice. Like, I don't even own ice trays. I got to go buy a bag of ice.
We used to buy the bags of ice, but after we redid the kitchen, and it sounds pathetic, the two things I'm most excited about are the ice maker.
All right.
And the cold water coming out of the fridge.
Yes.
I understand this is not groundbreaking stuff. This is nothing new. I just have not had it in my home for years.
Here's the thing about ice. There's all different shapes of ice. There's all different types. There's like the square kind you get at McDonald's. There's what I call the rabbit pellet ice, the rabbit turd ice.
I will say this is a national list. So ice people, I know, Taco Time is great ice. It's not going to be on the list.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Just stop stopping it now.
Best fast food ice cubes coming up with Head Chef and Ted's Meat Potatoes. And as we do every Monday through Friday at 6, we'll head on over exclusively to the Odyssey app for the Men's Room Happy Hour today, episode number 385. As we play Big Dummy, we do a little dirty Big Dummy. And this time around, we have names of businesses. All right. So there are 4 choices. 3 of them are actual businesses. 1 is not. As you know, there's 10 questions. Each are worth 1 point. The bonus question's worth 2. Some of the sample.
Is that one of the ones you put up on, Twitter yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right.
Here are some. Jack the Stripper. Is that a real business or not?
I'm guessing it is. Because I bet you they do things like strip paint or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see here. There is a place called Assault and Battery. Knobs and Knockers. Is that a real business? Art Barfunkel. The Dirty Hoe Garden Shed. How about the Super Erection Company?
The Super Erection Company.
There's Campbell Towing. Get the fork out of here. All kinds of businesses. You have to determine which one is not a real business coming up with Dirty Big Dummy on the Men's Room Happy Hour. A lot of the names, obviously, that I could not say on the air, which will be coming up. Keep in mind, if you don't have the Odyssey app, download it now. It's absolutely free. Search for the Men's Room page. And the Men's Room Happy Hour channel is there, along with everything else. Men's Room, the daily podcast, Ted's podcast, our podcast, weekly podcast, daily podcast. Listen to KISW Live anywhere. Check out previous episodes of our show, all on one page. So we're making it convenient. And that's where you can click there and join us for more Men's Room every Monday through Friday for the Men's Room Happy Hour. What else do we have for you today? Oh, yes. Today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We'll spin the category wheel. Are you playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober? So far, our biggest dummy, that was Danny. It took Danny 12 questions to get one right. She is, in fact, our returning champion. And as we do when we play Big Dummy, we like to do a little Men's Room poll. The last time around, we asked you never again. So you would never be able to experience anything, any of these things again. So the choices were your cell phone, pornography, driving, either being a passenger or driving, and television. comes in as well. Here's how the results shook out. If you happen to follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, here's how you voted. Coming in last place, only 8% of you said, I would give up driving or being in a car. So that was by far the one thing you did not want to give up. Cell phone came in at number 3, 17%. Said, you know what? Maybe I could give up my cell phone. Steve, I know you were one of those people who said, yep, I could live that lifestyle. Television, 30% of you at number 2 said, you know what? Maybe I couldn't stand not watching television ever again. And the number one thing you said you could do, if between all those 4 choices, watching pornography or viewing pornography.
Right.
45% of you said that that would be the one that you could give up. Fairly easy. Do people even look at pictures anymore? Do you remember back in the day, the early
all we had were pictures, man.
Magazines, just all pictures, right?
If you wanted to watch a porn movie, at least in the 70s when we were growing up, you had to go to your buddy's garage, put together the if they had a movie projector,
right?
Put up a white sheet, put it up there, and then hope that one of your parents owned porn. It just wasn't easy, so everything was still pictures.
Do they even offer that? Like if you go to like a Pornhub or any of those, did they offer
stills?
Yeah, I don't even know if I've ever looked. Is that even a thing?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's people that still buy, like, I don't know. Playboy magazines. Took the chicks out.
Right.
Do they bring them back?
No, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of porn magazines out there, but the fact that you don't have to get your hands on them, I don't even think to look anymore.
I mean, I remember, like, we had some Playboys and stuff, and then I forget which one it was. Was it Penthouse that was a little dirtier and had ads in the back?
Yeah. Correct.
Like, I remember I had one, and I would just flip to, like, one specific ad in the back. So I thought that chick was the hottest.
Yeah, they had some good ads. They did.
Oh, trust me, you'd have a whole magazine, but there's one picture.
You know exactly. Page 87.
I mean, like, you do the same thing now, right?
Fast forward through the first 3 minutes and 13 seconds of this clip.
Right, like, there's a few, like, you'll recognize them and be like, oh, I'll watch your video.
Yeah, yeah. This week's Men's Room Poll.
Stepmother now. Last week, she was a cheerleader.
I know.
This week's Men's Room Poll is inspired by a story about Bo Jackson, famous for both starring in the NFL and Major League Baseball at the same time. You'd think that Bo Jackson probably has a soft spot in his heart for the city of Seattle, but who knows? For the past year, he's been dealing with a challenge, living his life while hiccuping the entire time. Bo says he's been suffering from non-stop hiccups since last July, and it is an actual medical condition. It's unclear what's going on, but he can't wait to get it corrected. He says, quote, I'm getting a medical procedure done the end of this week to try to remedy it. Doctors have been poking me, shining lights down my throat, probing me everywhere they can to find out why I have these hiccups. They don't have any concrete answers yet, but it isn't for a lack of trying. He says, I've done everything. Scare me, drink water upside down, smell the butt of a porcupine, all the crap they always say. It does not work. So he has been dealing with nonstop hiccups for a year. So
I get them bad. My father gets them real bad. In fact, when we went to visit them a few weeks ago, my mother's like, your father's on day 5 of his hiccups.
Ugh. Oh
my and it just, God. Yeah. I mean, it's going on for him the last 40 years. You know, dudes, I get them pretty bad, but nothing like that.
But no idea what the trigger is ever.
No, and you think it's different things over time, but then you realize it's just if your body decides you're going to have the hiccup fit, you're going to have it.
Okay.
Hiccups aren't terrible. Like, I don't get them that often, but every once in a while, you'll get them. It's just
when they don't stop, it's really, it messes with you, man. It really does.
Well, another thing, I mean, look, you have a headache, you can take Advil or Tylenol or whatever works for you, but within an hour or so, the pain will start subsiding.
Yeah.
Unless you have a migraine, for the most part. With hiccups, you can't stop it.
If you get them chronically, I get them really bad. Like I said, my father, so they're, like Bo Jackson said, it's a spoonful of peanut butter. Like, brother, we've tried it all. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I just say that in my house.
What's that?
Like, oh, I got the hiccups just because I want a spoonful of peanut butter.
Spoonful of peanut butter.
Yeah, right. I mean, Miles, you know the game.
I do know the game.
I'm being preemptive.
Oh, it's midnight. I got hiccups again.
Last night I got into the Reese's peanut butter because I had a jar of it when we did the peanut butter challenge.
Yeah,
I got on Amazon and ordered a bunch of different peanut butters that we can't find in this area. At least 2 or 3 of them, but they don't come with one jar. It's like Costco size.
What's the minimum?
Most of them were like 2 jars wrapped in cellophane. Right. So like I've got like the jar I brought in and then the jar I have at home.
How much peanut butter do you have at home? If you had to get almost 2 jars of each,
I brought most of it in. So right now I only have, I think, 2 jars of peanut butter. I got a Peter Pan peanut butter and I got a Reese's peanut butter in there. So we're going to deal with one constantly for a year on this week's Men's Room Poll. So choice number 1, you're going to deal with hiccups. That's nonstop for a year. Choice 2, you're dealing with heartburn. Now, I have had some severe heartburn in my life. This is just something that you're going to have all year. It's not going to go away. You're going to use as many Tums as you want. You can take the over-the-counter medication, Xanax, or whatever you do. It's not going to work.
Can I have Pepto?
You can have Pepto.
All you want.
You're still going to have heartburn. You're still going to have heartburn.
Pepto, to me, like if I'm doing a shot of Pepto, it's bad.
Yeah, when you take a shot, like I'll crunch down a few Tums here and there, but if it's Pepto, like, right, I'm in a lot of pain.
Yeah, or it's Christmas Day.
Right. Choice number 3 to deal with constantly for 1 year, that would be IBS.
No.
IBS is one of those things that if you know anybody who suffers from it, it can be detrimental. A lot of people take time off work because there's no point in going to work because most of the time is spent in the bathroom.
I had a friend fly in a couple of years ago, not the last time the Chili Peppers played here, but the time before that. Flew in from across the country. All right, 3,000-mile journey. Specifically, I mean, I was to say, hey, what's up to me? But the idea was we're going to go to the Chili Peppers concert. We make it to the night of the concert. We go to the Black Bottle in Belltown, grab dinner before we go there.
Oh, nice.
All right, so we just thought, all right, man, we'll get a couple drinks, get some food, go to the concert because it's reasonably close to Climate Pledge. We go outside. I'm choking down a cigarette, waiting on her. Don't know what's wrong. My wife goes in to check on her. My wife walks back out and says, she said, let's just go to the concert. I'm like, well, what about so-and-so, man? I mean, she flew 3,000 miles. And my wife's like, long story short, she pooped herself. I'm like, oh, God. But she has IBS.
Right.
So think about that, man. It's a grown-ass woman. Ends up, and she's wearing white pants, by the way. That brings me a lot of joy. But she pooped herself. So she's like, I can't go to the concert.
Not yet.
I have to go back to your place first to put on a change of clothes. I was like, please do not.
Did she ever make it to the show?
No. So she missed the show because she had IBS and pooped herself at a restaurant.
Good times.
I don't want to deal with that.
Good
man.
times. So IBS is
If
your
I
third
remember,
choice.
that was a Friday night show.
It was. I mean, everything about the show was perfect. Right? Like, hey,
was
man.
that the one where they hung and spun the light bulbs? And all that
Yes,
stuff?
we can have fun. We can get drunk. It doesn't matter,
That was a
man.
good
I don't
show.
have to go to work. Let's just have a good time.
I thought they were a little bit better at
the outdoor show.
Yeah, the outdoor show.
I agree. I agree.
Lumen Field.
Thank
I
you.
always forget that. And your fourth choice.
Does Lumen Field have a Lumen Onion? They should do that.
Or was it T-Mobile?
I don't know at the time.
It was Lumen, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
I know we were at
Maybe
Elysian.
I do know that.
No, you might be right. You might be right, Mike, because I do remember going, why in the hell's the outfield all messed up? But you never know what concert that could be. And number 4 was allergies. So allergies is the last thing that you'll suffer for a year. Now, I have never really had an allergy problem.
And we're not talking food allergies. We're talking the airborne ones.
Yeah, until this year and until 2.5 weeks ago. And I'm pretty sure this is what I've got. Because there's nothing else wrong with me other than the fact.
There's a lot of things wrong with
me. I kind of feel like.
Yeah, man, don't cut yourself short.
I mean, we could
got
sit
tons
here
of
for the rest
problems,
of
bro.
the show. And yeah, I'm just looking at you. Jesus.
I feel like I'm on the plane and I got off the plane, but my ears won't pop.
Yeah,
so I've got that real tightness in my head. Like it feels like my ears need to pop.
And you got a big head, so that's a lot of snot.
And I got a big nose, and there's nothing wrong with my chest, or I'm not sore. It's just strictly from my neck up, man. I am just completely stuffed up, and it sucks. This is probably the best day that I've had to talk in 2 weeks.
I don't really get allergies either, and I always say that my wife and Ted cycle together because of
allergy cycle.
Hey, I just say you guys cycle together. So, like 2-3 weeks ago, she sounded like this for about 2 weeks straight. And every time she laughs, she sounds like an old black blues player. Like, but she's like, man, I feel fine, except like you said, from my chin to the top of my head, it's just it's like a pinata, and if you busted it open, nothing but phlegm would come out.
One day I went and we've got some tissues back in the storage closet. I got a box and opened it up, and by 2:00 when we went on the air, I'd gone through an entire box and had to go back and get another one.
Damn.
I mean, I blew through an entire box of Kleenex in 4 hours before we went on the air.
Yeah, blew through it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I did. I blew through it, and I still have one in here right now.
How does your nose feel, man? That's got a scar up your nose.
Well, typically I'm not the guy that walks around with a box of Kleenex like BJ does that. I don't do that, But now I'm the guy.
These
who walks
tissues
around.
are not
now
bad.
Me and BJ are we're one of a kind. I walk around with a box of Kleenex everywhere. Make sure I have it near me anyway because nose is running.
I will say this: as somebody who gets allergies in the spring and in the fall, you start to really appreciate good Kleenex.
Yeah.
Like I used to buy whatever, but that's what Mike's talking about. Like my nose will get raw.
Man, Kleenex and toilet paper. I know it sounds stupid. Just trust me, it's worth it.
Right.
Oh man, I had to call out my brother last time I was at his house.
Did you have to?
Yeah. So what the hell's up with the toilet paper, man? You can afford better. And he goes, you're in the guest room. I said, all right, I'll allow that.
Yeah, that's
so you got the good stuff upstairs.
So our men's room poll, you're going to deal with one constantly for a year. That's first choice is hiccups, second choice heartburn, 3 is IBS, 4 is allergies. Now, if you happen to follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, the poll's up there. Get to voting and see which one you could think you could deal with for a year. Oh, on another side note here, not having anything to do with what we're doing, but as far as we brought up BJ, and we cannot respond to our messages when people message us.
If you text us, we do not know what happened. We get the inability to text you back.
We get your messages, but we can't get back to you at this point. There's a lot of people who are inquiring about a BJ and Migs fake Facebook thing where people are asking, win $1,000 or whatever the deal is. I'm not sure.
It's fake.
It's fake. Just know that.
Do not respond to it
because we get a number of questions on the text every day about that. So just know that is a scam. I know they are diligently working on that problem, but again, it's out of their hands because that is a Facebook thing right now.
Right.
So I know they're trying.
Just remember, the station is not going to ask you for credit card information.
Absolutely
right?
not.
You have to give us some information. If we call you in, you've won a prize. That is true. But we're never going to ask you for credit card information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and it just rule of thumb also, if you've won a prize for anything, because there's a lot of these scams, if they're asking for your credit card, you know it's fake.
Yeah, I mean, not just us, pretty much anybody.
And I almost got caught in one a couple years ago with the electric company.
The electric company?
Like, your bill's delinquent, we're going to shut it off. And I'm like, all right, well, here's my card. And they're like, you got to transfer the money. And I was like, hang on.
Well, trust me, my Chase bank card, according to the messages I get on my phone, is hacked into every single day. I don't have a Chase bank card. Mm-hmm. I also don't have PayPal, where it says, you need to reset your PayPal
Yeah, they
password.
hit me with PayPal. I'm like, if I had PayPal, you might be telling me the truth.
Amazon, your Prime membership.
Ooh, I got Amazon today.
Purchase through.
There's a question about
apparently I shop at Home Depot all the time.
Also, if you didn't sign up for a win $1,000 prize, chances are better than even we're not just going to give out $1,000.
We are not going to give you $1,000.
Yeah,
we're just not.
You would hear that on the air.
Yes.
Yeah, like Miles has to make up a code word.
Right, pretty much.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not unheard of, but it's like, we're not just going to contact you and be like, good looking out.
Here's $1,000.
All right, Big Debbie coming up. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
This episode is brought to you by Southern Company. Southern Company is making energy clean, smart, and sustainable for their 9 million customers across the country. Southern Company, building the future of energy. Learn more at southerncompany.com/future.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, there we go. The game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant, ready to play the big game.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
Tom, are you on team sober or team not sober?
Team sober.
Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, our Men's Room poll. You're going to have to deal with one constantly for an entire year. Hiccups, heartburn, IBS, or allergies?
I'll say hiccups.
Hiccups.
Wow.
All right.
I'm guessing you don't get hiccups much. I mean, look, it depends. Look, I get hiccups plenty. I hate them so much I would take any of the other 3. Other people have texted and going, I have IBS, I'd take any of the other 3. Another guy's like, I suffer really bad heartburn, I'd take any one of the other 3. So it seems like everyone roughly deals with one of these 4 anyway, and that is not the one they're picking.
Yep.
I guess, I don't know. I can't speak to IBS, right? I can speak to diarrhea.
Sure.
Worst case, I'll take an Imodium. That kind of helps.
Right.
But like with hiccups, you're right. Like sometimes I can just breathe them away, but sometimes it's like you have them for hours. So I'm just like, to me, that seems like the worst one.
They suck.
Yeah.
But like you said, I don't suffer any of the other 3, so I don't know. And I've never heard anyone say, IBS is awesome. So I assume it's...
See, I suffer from allergies. I'm probably just taking allergies.
But as year-round?
I mean,
that's the thing,
as
man.
annoying as it is and stuff, though, like, I don't know. At least one day a week, I'll just take a shot of Quill and get some sleep.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. A shot of Quill. All right, Tom, here is your question. How many of the original 6 Avengers die at the end of Avengers Endgame?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my. 3.
I'll say 2.
2. Miles the Nerd, he got it. Mm-hmm. Iron Man and Black
Avengers
Widow.
Endgame.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tom. The Blue Moon Boys were the backing band for what iconic singer? Was it Elvis Presley, Little Richard, Johnny Cash, or Richie Valens?
I would say Johnny Cash.
I'll say Richie Valens.
Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley and the Blue Moon Boys.
They loved Pepper Basin.
I know Johnny was the Tennessee 2, and then it became the Tennessee 3.
Correct. Little Richard, I have no idea.
I have a clue. No.
Little Richard and the Big Johnsons.
Right.
No.
All right.
Little Richard and the Fabulous.
Yeah, and the Fab Five. The original. Little Richard and the Woohoo, yes. All right, Tom, your question. In the nursery rhyme, Mary had a little lamb. Where did the lamb follow Mary to?
To school one day.
All right. Even got us with the one day.
Nice word.
You know, I just read through, I know the beginning of it. But when I was doing that one, I read through the whole little nursery rhyme. What a stupid-ass song.
Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
That's what I thought.
He followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. And then I'm gone.
Was against the rules. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's as far as
I just read it. I'm like, I think basically she went to school. Teacher said you can't have the lamb here, so Mary basically left with the lamb. Like
okay. I like the other version. Mary had a little lamb. Ted had tzatziki.
Yeah. That's what I used to sing to the kids. Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah, followed her school one day, made the children, which was against the rule, made the children laugh and play, made the children laugh and to see the lamb at school, and so the teacher turned him out, and so but still he lingered near and waited patiently till Mary did appear. Mary had a little lamb. Blah, blah, blah. There you go.
Okay, that's a weird little lamb. It is
weird.
You better bear mace that thing. It's getting creepy. Hello, Pete. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola. Pete on Team Sober, Not Sober.
Oh, not sober.
All right, Pete, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you got to deal with one constantly for a year. You taking the hiccups, heartburn, IBS, or allergies?
I've been dealing with IBS for like the last 17 years, so I'm going to go with the hiccups, I guess.
Man. So what is the main thing with IBS as far as just day to day? Is it that you need to be close to the toilet? Do you get warning signs that it's coming on, or how does that work?
No, I definitely get warning signs. You get a little bit of the bubble guts, but, 8 years in the Army will mess up your gut.
Is there anything that triggers it food-wise?
As I've gotten older, definitely dairy.
Oh, really? Okay. No milkshakes for you. All right, Pete.
No, screw that. I'm still gonna drink the milkshake.
I'm right there with you. I got lactose intolerance. I'm like, yeah, give me a milkshake. I'll just poop later.
But you're good.
All right, here's your question. What are the three main fossil fuels?
Gatorade. Brondo. It's got electrolytes. I honestly have no idea. I'm going to say Larry, Moe, and Curly.
Larry, Moe, and Curly. So close.
Natural gas?
That is one.
Well,
petroleum?
That makes no sense.
That is two.
Coal.
That is all three. Yeah.
Right.
Oil, coal, and natural gas. All right, your question.
Come on, dude.
Wendell the chef. Wendell the chef was the original mascot for what breakfast cereal?
Ooh. Oh, yeah. I want to say, I think it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, the greatest cereal ever created.
Nice job.
Wolfed down 2 big-ass bowls of that last night.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah, man. Told my wife, hey, man, just pick up a box for me. 5 bowls total. There's maybe half a bowl left.
Was that after smoking weed?
Yes.
Okay.
I've never eaten Cinnamon Toast Crunch for breakfast. Put it that way.
Yep.
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Eric, you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
Playing for Team Not Sober today.
All right.
What'd you get into, man? A little beverage, a little herb?
A little bit of both, yeah, maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a sunny day. Why
Maybe
not?
means both. Yeah.
All right, you got to deal with one constantly for a year, Eric. Hiccups, heartburn, IBS, or allergies?
I'm going to go with allergies, I guess.
Okay. Allergies it is.
Do you get allergies now?
No, I'll just shove a couple tampons in my nose.
All right, there you go. I do that without allergies. All right.
Like, Eric, that's just Saturday night when you're camping near me.
That's just, I said, call me the walrus.
The walrus. The red walrus is back.
Oh, God. The red walrus. That's when you're really getting into it.
Oh, no.
All right. Your question, Eric. In the movie Dirty Dancing, what was Baby's real name?
Oof.
Her name wasn't Baby?
It was not Baby. Turns out Baby was a nickname.
Was it Pete?
Now, Jennifer Grey's the woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
What's her character's name?
You just don't put her in a corner. Come on.
Should we know this?
I don't know.
Like Stacy or something?
I honestly did
Kim,
not know.
Sarah, Brittany,
Laura.
Starts with an F.
Fiona.
Faith.
Francis.
Francis.
I'd go at Baby too.
You can put Francis in a corner. Nobody puts Brandy in a corner.
Oh, no.
Brandy will fight her way out.
Yeah.
I told you, my buddy, they have a daughter named Francis. I have called her Frank. She's now 4. It's still like, what's up, Frank?
Is she cool with it?
She is.
All right.
I don't know that the parents are.
I have an Aunt Francis. We just call her Fran. I don't know what it is about the name Francis. I just cannot bring myself to say it. Like, I feel weird saying the name Francis.
Francis, to me, just reminds me of, like, a rich white dude.
I'm Francis von Fott.
Yeah, he went to, like, the real fancy private school.
And still got a C. All right, your question.
La-di-da, Francis.
Okay. Francis. If I meet someone named Francis, I'm just going to say la-di-da. All right, your question?
La-di-f-and-da.
All for one and one for all was the motto of what group?
The Three Musketeers.
Bingo.
You got it.
Why'd they cut out the 4th dude?
D'Artagnan?
Yeah.
You know his name?
D'Artagnan, yeah.
Why do you know his name?
Was he the 4th Musketeer?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So then Ted brings up a good point. If there's 4 Musketeers, why did the other 3 say, no, we got this?
I don't remember.
We got this D'Artagnan.
Well, they're going to make a candy bar, so you're out, dude.
Oh, damn.
Basically what happened. Business. Seen it before.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
I'm just saying, I know they made a movie. There was 4 of those dudes.
Yeah. So why are there only 3? I don't know.
I think one of them was kind of separate from the group. I think he was actually part of, like, the Royal Army or something. Don't quote me on any of this.
You're just making stuff up.
I am. I watch Man in the Iron Mask. That's why I know it.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Chris, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Chris, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. You got to deal with one constantly for a year. Hiccups, heartburn, IBS, or allergies?
Well, I get acid reflux, and that gives me hiccups and the heartburn, so those are out. I'm going to go with allergies.
Allergies. All right.
Hey, look at you. You get the 2 for 1. All right, let us see here. The hell did I just do? Hold on. Paper's all backwards. There we go. All right. All right, here is your question. What is the largest living structure on Earth? Living.
Structure. Would that be the California Redwoods?
Not a bad guess.
Living structure. Is it the reef?
It's your mama. Ted, what's wrong with you?
The Great Barrier Reef?
Yes. The Great Barrier Reef.
It seems like
your mother.
I usually don't try to do that stupid joke.
It's Mother's Day on Sunday.
That one's a good setup. It's the largest. What's the largest living structure? Like your mother.
So D'Artagnan actually wasn't actually a musketeer. He was actually just a soldier that was coming up in the ranks. Like, he eventually did become a musketeer, but that's like an official title. So if he had called himself a musketeer, that was like an early form of stolen valor.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
I ain't mind him fighting with him, though.
Yeah, I know. We ain't going to call you a musketeer, but we can use the help.
Yeah, right?
You're not a Seahawk, but go take a block real quick.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, return this punt.
By the way, somebody chimed in and says, my girlfriend's name is Frances. I call her Frankie. Exactly. The next time you have sex
We work with
her,
a Frankie. I bet her name is Frances, but everybody calls her Frankie.
Now we got to ask her. Frankie, is your name Frances? Because if it is, Lottie freaking da. All right.
Hey, real quick, Thrill, would you say that to Kurt Cobain's daughter?
What's her name? She's what, Frances Bean?
Yeah.
Yes. Lottie freaking da. The original Beanie Baby. Frances Bean. I might drink a coffee called Frances Bean, though. Give it a shot.
That's not bad.
It's like a different kind of vanilla.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Francis speaking.
Your question, what word is used to describe 1.5 ounces of liquor? And make sure you say it correctly.
You talking about the tool, or how much is an ounce and a half?
How much is an ounce and a half, which is also the name of the tool.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That is why they call it that. That's why I said make sure you say it correctly.
Is that a shot?
Is it a jigger?
See, he's kind of right, though.
It's a jigger.
But technically a shot is an ounce and a half of liquor.
I thought a shot was 1 ounce of liquor.
No, it's an ounce and a half.
Huh.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I was asking, because a jigger is what you use to measure it out.
Right. That's a little. Oh, is that what you used, Ted?
Yeah.
Hey, brother, come here and measure this for me.
He pointed it exact.
All right.
I'm glad I could say that word.
Yeah.
There.
All right, your question. Who played the lead in the 2009 cinematic masterpiece, Paul Blart, Mall Cop?
Yeah. Good movie.
That was Kevin James.
Bingo.
Yeah, it was. Nice job. Nice job.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny movie.
That wasn't bad. No, not bad at all. Game is Big Dummy.
Thought it'd be
206-803-ROCK.
Oh, correct. Paul Blart is not putting on air.
No.
Did you see the second one?
I did not. One was good.
Right.
Yeah.
I tapped out.
Hello, Riley. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Riley, are you sober or not sober?
Team sober today.
All right. Riley, what are you doing here on the men's room poll? Deal with one constantly for a year. Hiccups, heartburn, IBS, or allergies?
I'm going to go IBS because, you can't really call out of work for hiccups. So, might as well ride that train.
Strong point.
That is.
Yeah.
But you can call out of work for IBS.
Sure.
People do it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just sit closer to the bathroom, man.
I mean, look.
I got hiccups. I'm taking phone calls, right?
Bring me a bucket.
Yeah. Sit on the 5-gallon bucket and do your damn job, man. All right. Here is your question. What is the largest human organ? I'll give you a hint. You can see it every day.
See it every day. Oh, it's your skin.
Give me some skin.
Yes, indeed. All right. Let's give you a 50-50 question since you're one and done.
I didn't do any Star Wars this week, dude. My bad.
I know you're working hard on it for your big special one. True or false, Kate Hudson's mother is Melanie Griffith?
Whose mother?
Kate Hudson, actress Kate Hudson.
True.
Nope, her mother is Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn.
I get those two women confused a lot, too.
Yeah, trick question.
Goldie Hawn and Melanie Griffith.
To me, they're the same kind of attractive woman that's that age.
Yep, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Very thoughtful of you.
Well, I'm just saying, because, if I'm 42, they're probably, mid-50s, 60?
I think they might be closer to 70, man.
Closer to 70. So, right about that age when I realized, women are hot. They were both kind of there, there for me.
The Denzel Washington Lawrence Fishburne connection.
Don't forget Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, Martin Lawrence.
And Martin
Lawrence.
Damn it.
Hello, Parker. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Parker, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Parker, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you got to deal with one constantly for a year. You taking the hiccups, heartburn, IBS, or allergies?
I'm going to give allergies a shot since I don't have those. Never have those.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Hey,
All right,
real quick.
Yeah.
Can I throw out a remedy for all my fellow heartburn sufferers?
What do you got?
Hey, mint, like Tic Tac. I suffered chronic heartburn for years and tried everything. Couldn't find anything that worked. And then I got the right idea to try some Tic Tacs. And man, those do it.
I've never heard that.
Tic Tacs. Huh.
Robin suggested to me years ago mixing was a baking soda and water. And it brings you some relief. As a hint, do not overuse the baking soda. Because one time I just 3 in the morning, I wake up, man, just severe heartburn, run out to the kitchen, but I don't turn the lights on. Fill half a glass of water, dump baking soda in, and I'm just guessing how much I put in it. Shake it up, swallow it down. All right, so the heartburn went away instantly, but maybe 15 seconds later, foam is spewing out of my nose and mouth, and you can't stop it. It's like your volcano thing,
Yeah.
All right, doesn't hurt. It's just weird. Like this.
Did you ever have a Tic Tac friend?
My dad used to be Tic Tac guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you
know.
needed a Tic Tac.
Altoid friends, Tic Tac friends. They always have them in the car.
Yeah.
Always have them around.
Always.
I would also say, this could sound very alcoholic-y, boozy, but if you were at a bar the next day and had some heartburn, you could always ask the bartender for a seltzer water with some bitters. In it.
Yep. That does come in handy. That cures a lot of things, actually, I've discovered. All right. Here's your question.
It's just when he looks at you and goes, long night, huh? Like,
yes.
You know why I'm ordering it?
You know why. What is the capital of Michigan?
Ooh.
Ann Arbor?
Lansing, Michigan. Yes, indeed.
Lance.
I know it's not Ann Arbor, and I know it's not East Lansing.
All right, your question. The brothers Grimm called her Briar Rose. Charles Perrault called her Aurora. Who's the Disney princess?
I don't know. Cinderella?
Sleeping Beauty?
Sleeping Beauty.
Oh. I call her lazy.
Mm-hmm. Get your ass up.
What are you, a bear?
All right, Parker, your question, what is the capital of the Netherlands?
There's a capital question.
You've heard of this place. A lot of people like to visit there.
I was going to say, it's the giant city I'm thinking of, right?
More than likely. I think tourism may have gone down based on some decisions we have made.
Oh, Amsterdam?
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
More of Big Dummy on the way. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
June is Pride Month. Show your pride and join us for the fabulous Pride Block Party in Vancouver. But the fun doesn't stop there. You won't want to miss the spectacular Saturday in the Park Pride event happening in July. Let's come together to celebrate love, diversity, and equality. Enjoy all that summer in Vancouver has to offer and plan your trip today. Close to everything, but far from typical. For details, check out visitvancouverwa.com. That's visitvancouverwa.com.
Hey there, it's your friend Stormy Warren here, and I want to invite you to my new home, the Big 615, exclusively on TuneIn. It's the official home of country music broadcasting live from Nashville to the world. Get the latest on country music, from your favorite artists to the hottest songs climbing up the charts. Oh, and it's commercial-free. Hear it all on the Stormy Warren Show, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Download the free TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. Or ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, the game is up. Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. Who is our next contestant? Ready to play the big game.
Hello, Danny. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Big Dummy.
Hello, Danny. Danny.
Where you at, Danny?
I'll put it back on hold. We will check on Danny in just a little while. Hello, Paul. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola. Paul, sober, not sober?
I am not sober.
All right, Paul, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our Men's Room poll. You got to deal with one constantly for a year. Hiccups, heartburn, IBS, or allergies?
Probably allergies, because I already have them.
Okay. Allergies it is. All right, Paul, here's your question. St. Vitus's dance is what? A dance, a movie, a brain disorder, or a band?
A dance. I don't know.
St. Vitus.
A band.
Nope. It's a brain disorder.
Oh.
Mike, can you find out what kind of brain disorder St. Vitus's dance is? Yeah, I'd never heard of it before, but I'm like, ooh. I mean, if you're going to hear that you have a brain disorder, that one sounds the most upbeat. right? Of all the things they could tell you. Like, all right, St. Vitus' dance.
How do you spell St. Vitus?
Saint and then Vitus.
Aha, I thought you said Venus.
No, that's ridiculous, Mike.
Vitus dance.
St. Vitus' dance, yes.
Oh my gosh. Disorder characterized by rapid, uncoordinated jerking movements, primarily affecting the face, hands, and feet.
So I'm guessing St. Vitus himself, not a good dancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
It literally makes you dance without meaning to. Good Lord Almighty.
All right. All right, your question. What Green Day song spent a record 16 weeks atop the Billboard Modern Rock chart?
I have no clue. That's the case.
American Idiot. Nope.
Green Day album.
Green Day album or
Green
song?
Day song.
Oh,
I thought it was song.
Time of My Life.
American Idiot.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
That one, of course.
16 freaking weeks up there. Think how long it'd have been up there if it were good. All right. Your question, what is the highest number that can be called out in a game of bingo?
The highest number.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played bingo in forever.
Right there with you, man.
I'll just do a random number, like 45.
68?
75.
75. When's the last time anybody in here has played bingo?
Honest to God, I was still single digits. So I'm 54 now. Maybe when I was 7 or something like that. Probably.
I think I was still in elementary when I played it.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it fun to play bingo?
Yeah, it's fine. I played bingo at a bar.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know,
that helps.
Drinks were coming around. There was a little show, song and dance thing that they did with it. It was fun.
Okay.
It was a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, like, we used to have, like, a little bingo set at home.
Yeah, we did too.
Play.
And we'd play. We'd enjoyed it, you know, but in my mind, it's a kid's game. But, you know, you watch TV, you recognize lots of adults are playing it for money.
Oh, yeah. I'm always shocked when you go by casinos and the size of the bingo halls.
I know, it's just, I don't know. I always perceived it as a kid's game because that's when I learned it. That's the last time I played it. But I do recognize and understand that lots of people play bingo.
Right, like where my sister lives, I can't think of the name, but it's like just South Baltimore. Mm-hmm. On the way to her house, you pass a bingo hall. And I mean, it doesn't matter what time of day I go by it. That lot is packed. And
Really?
it's like, oh, yeah, and it is massive.
All right. Maybe we have to do men's room bingo night. All right. Your question, what author wrote both Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and 14 James Bond novels?
Oh, I looked it up a few days ago. I forgot his name now.
Yeah, the James Bond guy. That's the clue. If you can think of his name.
His name starts with Ian.
It is Ian.
Ian?
Yes, I got it.
Ian Anthony? I don't know.
Yeah, Fleming. Ian Fleming. All right, not a description, his actual name.
Question number 4.
So, yes, he wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and James Bond movies. You know, hey, whatever.
Talented dude.
All right. I did not know the answer to this question. Founded in 1898, what is the oldest franchise in the NFL? Not the city they're playing in, but the franchise itself.
Founded what year?
1898. They are the oldest franchise in the NFL, and oddly enough, one of the least successful franchises in the NFL.
The least successful?
One of the least
they were that
successful.
old.
What'd you guess?
Oh, no, I'm just saying, I didn't know they were that old.
Yeah, the franchise itself's been around that long, and everyone's making reasonable guesses in the studio. It'll surprise you. It is a rival of the Seahawks.
Because I'm reading the book.
A rival of the Seahawks?
That is correct.
Oh, I think
And
I
they're
know
not,
what it is.
they're not very popular, you said.
They're not very successful. For as long as they've been around,
okay.
they probably...
Oh, because they've moved cities.
Yep.
Oh. The Raiders?
No, not
Cardinals.
That, guys.
That's
Cardinals.
the Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals.
So they point out that the Cardinals have been around since 1898, and in spite of how long they've been around, they've won 2 championships, the most recent one being in either the 40s or 50s.
Right,
That's not good.
Right, they've never won a Super Bowl.
Never won a Super Bowl. They've been around that long, and they have one of the worst records all time in the NFL. They should have been good by accident. All right. Your question, what would a sommelier recommend to you?
A what?
Sommelier.
Sommelier.
Mm-hmm.
Easy, Ted.
I have no clue.
Just the way you said it, you don't know. It's all right.
Paul, for you, I'd say Boone's Farm.
I don't even know what to answer.
I'll give you a hint. It's someone more than likely you'd run into them at a restaurant.
Or for some, a summer concert venue.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't know. A drink, I don't know.
Close. Wine. Sommelier is the wine expert.
All right, question 6.
Send over the sommelier.
Anytime they walk over to me, I just point at my wife. Like, I don't care. I'm sure she knows what you're talking about.
Give me the sweet one.
Yeah.
The Chardonnay.
I heard your question. Joe Cabot. Joe Cabot is the mob boss in what Quentin Tarantino movie? Ted got it. Big, angry, bald dude.
Angry, bald dude.
I should point out a white, angry, bald dude.
Good call.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The movie. Looking for the movie.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
Oh. Pulp Fiction. I don't know.
Reservoir Dogs?
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
Oh, you should check it out.
That's his first one. You should go watch that.
Solid flick, man.
Question 7.
All right, question number 7. What is the process called where a plant makes its food?
Love this word.
Converts light into food.
Oh, photosynthesis?
Okay.
There you go.
On it. There you go, Paul.
Yeah,
There
man.
you go. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Danny. Welcome to the men's room. Hola. There he is. He's sending a text. Says, yo, it's Danny. I think I somehow muted my headphones.
Danny, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
All right, Danny, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. Deal with one constantly for a year. Will it be hiccups, heartburn, IBS, or allergies?
I've already got allergies, and even though they're bad, all those other things are worse. So I think I'll stick with that.
All right. Keep the allergies.
All right, here is your question. What are the 6 weapons in a standard game of Clue?
Oh, geez. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to be able to name them all. Candlestick.
Yes.
I don't know. Is there a revolver?
Yes.
Crowbar? No.
What do you think? No, I can't give it to him.
It's not a crowbar.
Yes, pipe. Lead pipe, yes.
Okay. Is that the one you said you were giving it to me?
Yeah. We were debating, but the judges said no. But you got it with
okay,
pipe.
well, but I got it. All right. We got pipe. What, hammer?
Nope.
I don't know. I'm going to pass. I can't get the other one.
Rope? I like that you went with hammer. You are a very vicious killer. I just want to throw that out there. There's rope. Yes, there's 2 more. So we have candlestick, lead pipe, revolver, and rope.
Got the wrench.
The wrench.
And
this is a handy weapon. Knife. Yeah, there you go. So candlestick, lead pipe, knife, revolver, rope, and wrench.
I'm with you, though. I like Danny.
Yeah, I like Danny.
He's a hammer. Hammer. Crowbar.
I know. Chair.
I'm taking a meat cleaver.
I mean, exactly.
Like a rod.
I think a meat cleaver is the right thing to grab.
Nail gun. Danny, I want you to put together your own version of Clue. I'm curious to see the rest of the weapons. Bear trap.
Drill.
409.
Drill. Sawzall. Something.
Lighter fluid and matches. Duct tape, chloroform.
One finger.
Oh, God.
Anvil.
Right. All right, Danny, your question. How many federal holidays are recognized in the United States?
Oh, boy. Okay. Let's see.
I don't need to hear them all, just how many. But if you need to say them out loud, do it.
Well, let's see. I think we got like New Year's, Labor Day, President's Day, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th, 6, 7,
12,
10. You need to talk to your boss, Danny. He's like, yeah, we 7 of them. Yeah,
oh, man, I'm in the trades. I don't get any other than the main ones. You get Christmas and 4th of July and Thanksgiving. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Otherwise, get to work.
And the only reason they do that is because they know no one's doing business that day. If they thought someone would do business on that day, you'd still be working, right?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Here's a question. What does LP stand for as in a vinyl record?
Oh, long play?
There you go. Very good.
Licking.
Damn. Also a good record producer and rapper.
LP?
Yeah.
That's a good name to go by if you're going to work in the
He's
music
the other half
industry.
of Run the Jewels with Killer Mike.
Oh, really? Okay.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Austin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Austin, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
Austin, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll, deal with one constantly for 1 year. You taking the hiccups, the heartburn, the IBS, or the allergies?
I'll take the heartburn.
Heartburn. All right. Okay. You know what I like about you, Austin? This is your sober voice.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm a cop, you're still doing the field sobriety test. I'll issue an apology when we're done. But, yeah, okay. All right, Austin, here is your question. What continent is Greenland a part of?
Oh, crap. North America.
Boom. One and done. Nice job. Right before we let you go, I just found that out earlier this week. Your question, who celebrated Thanksgiving first, the U.S. or Canada?
Canada.
That's correct. There you go. Mm-hmm. I had no idea about that. Yeah, yep. I had the first one. The hell are they so thankful for? Cold ass. Hello, Catherine. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores, gentlemen.
Liquor and whores. Are you sober or not sober?
Sober for now.
All right, Catherine, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, our men's room poll. You got to deal with one constantly for a year. You taking the hiccups, the heartburn, the IBS, or allergies?
I feel like I would have to take heartburn, and then I'll just down milkshakes every day for a year.
Okay.
There's your excuse. And develop IBS. Yeah. All right,
Exactly.
Catherine. Here's your question. We just found out that Greenland is part of North America. What are the three largest countries in the continent of North America?
Greenland, Canada, and the United States.
Boom. Boom. Two oneers and doners.
Unbelievable.
All right. One and done. Here's your 50-50 question. The Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean, which is saltier?
Pacific.
The Atlantic Ocean.
Is it really?
Yeah, saltier. Pacific
That doesn't
bigger.
shock me.
For some reason that makes sense.
I'm so mad at this place.
Yeah, I know. I hate
I wish I was in
everyone.
the Pacific, simply
Yeah.
warm.
It's just angry.
I didn't want the Titanic.
I sank the bitch with everyone on it.
My ex still lives here.
Doesn't pay rent.
No, she moved to the Mariana Trench in the Pacific.
Son of a
Kids at
bitch.
30. Get out of my water. So I'm salty as hell.
Hello, Robert. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Robert, are you sober or not sober?
Sober at work.
All right, Robert, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our
Robert,
men's
you
room
say
poll.
that like you're often not.
Yeah, maybe.
Or the boss is within earshot.
Right. Sober at work.
Gonna deal with one constantly for a year. You taking the hiccups, the heartburn, the IBS, or the allergies?
I'll go allergies. I'm already a sufferer.
Okay. Are you hating this time of the year?
No, actually, this time's the good time. I get the winter allergies.
I'll be down. Really? All right. So what causes the winter allergies? Is it just like dander and crap
My
in the
pet
house?
being inside more.
Okay. There you go. All right. Here's your question. Almonds are actually members of what family of flowers? Orchids, mints, roses, or beans?
Almonds, I think, are orchids.
I'll say beans. Almonds, I would have guessed beans too. Roses. They're in the rose family. Okay.
Oh.
Get your mom 12 almonds on Sunday.
There you go. Mom, I got 12 roses. By the way, we found out today, do not get your mother white roses for Mother's Day.
Carnations.
Carnations, if your mother is alive. Because apparently that
That's
means
it's for your mom if she's deceased.
if she's deceased, yeah.
Yes. Red is for if she's alive.
They need to come up with a color chart for dudes. I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't know. And
And
you'll go,
leave it in the store.
right. Because you'll go, the only guys buying flowers for people, or the only people buying flowers for someone who's not themselves are probably guys. And we don't know. And Miles, I know you blew it because you thought the orange roses looked cool, yellow. But apparently that means something else.
It means
Like,
friendship.
we don't know these things.
I found out.
Yeah. But God.
Damn it, Miles.
Mm-hmm. Idiot.
I'm the worst.
You are the worst.
Guess what? I'm never buying again.
It's not the thought that counts, is what you found out.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Ever. For anybody.
All right, your question. What's the name of the hotel in The Shining?
Oh, I don't remember that at all. Paramount?
It's not the Bates. That's the other one.
No. Come on, Miles. Not the Bates Motel.
It's the one in Oregon.
The Overlook.
The Overlook. I don't think I knew that. I know where it is.
Right.
Just didn't know the name of it.
All right. How is the number 2000 written in Roman numerals?
MM.
All right. Miles Montgomery.
Well done.
Beautiful. Take a break. Come back. More of Big Dummy next. 206-803-ROCK.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway,
inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
This episode is brought to you by Southern Company. Southern Company is making energy clean, smart, and sustainable for their 9 million customers across the country. Southern Company, building the future of energy. Learn more at southerncompany.com/future.
KISW, the men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Hey, this Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Doug. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Doug, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
All right, Doug, welcome to Big Dummy. Our men's room poll. You got to deal with one constantly for a year. You taking hiccups, heartburn, IBS, or allergies?
I'm going to go allergies on that.
Allergies it is. Okay.
All right, Dougie Doug. Here's your question. What is the main physical difference between a moth and butterfly larvae, the caterpillars? The main physical difference.
The main physical difference between a moth, a caterpillar, and what?
Between the moth and butterfly caterpillars. So in their babies, they both have caterpillars, but there's one almost instant telltale sign which one becomes a moth and which one becomes a butterfly.
Yeah, it's one makes cocoons and one doesn't.
That is true. That is true. But as far as looking at so the moth makes a chrysalis. I'm sorry. The butterfly makes a chrysalis, which is the hard shell. A moth makes a cocoon, which obviously is a soft shell.
Okay.
But looking at the caterpillar itself, what's the telltale sign?
One has hair and one doesn't. I don't know.
Boom. I thought it was going to be legs.
That's it, man. It comes down to legs. So hang on there, one and done. We're going to give you a true or false question. JFK was the only president who had a child while he was in office. True or false?
Dang. I almost want to go true, but that kind of screw it. I'll go true.
No, he was not. Believe it or not, the only president that had a child while in office was our friend Grover Cleveland.
Grover.
So, credit to that dude, though. He was right. So, as far as them becoming a moth or a butterfly, one does make a chrysalis, one does make a cocoon. To your point, Miles, butterfly caterpillars, they do have 5 pairs of legs.
Right.
But if you're looking from afar, like 95% of the time, if it's a fuzzy one, it's going to be a moth. If it's just kind of the slimy-looking shell one, it's going to be a butterfly. And I just discovered that today.
Well, I thought the what the hell is it called? What's the most popular one?
With the monarch butterfly?
Yeah, I thought that was a furry caterpillar.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's furry.
That sounds like a band. Furry caterpillar.
Big W.
Hello, Tim. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, senores.
Hola. Tim, are you sober or not sober?
I am currently working on it.
All right, so not sober. Okay, Tim, deal with one constantly for a year. You taking the hiccups, the heartburn, the IBS, or the allergies?
I'm going to go with hiccups just because I think that having conversations while you constantly have hiccups would be pretty funny.
It's not.
It's annoying.
I can tell you, it's really not. Everything, or you're trying to talk like William Shatner, so you talk around the hiccups when you need to say something.
Or Obama.
Yeah, I was going to say, perhaps Obama had hiccups all the time.
I want you to know.
I am very true. Very true.
I went to high school with a kid that had hiccups, and he would do that. He would just stop.
Yeah, you just do. Because otherwise all your words come out weird. You suck in air and it sounds crazy. All right, here's your question. What river's waterfalls led to the naming of the Cascade Range?
Columbia?
Man, boom. One and done. All right, let's give you a true or false. All right, our 50-50. Which was faster, human beings or the Tyrannosaurus Rex?
I'm going to say human beings.
Oh, the T-Rex. But it is close, all right? So human beings, on average, get up to just under 18 miles an hour. Or, I'm sorry, the T-Rex gets up to just under 18 miles an hour, 17.9. Humans get up to 17.7. So the Jurassic Park movie.
Well, if you got a fast T-Rex or a slow T-Rex, you got a chance.
You got a chance. If you're fast and the T-Rex is slow, yeah, you got a chance.
Old T-Rex.
Or maybe you can outrun them based on, I don't know if they ran out of breath quick. You know, like a cheetah will explode and then it kind of runs out of gas real quick.
Because I was thinking the same thing with Jurassic Park. They said that their T-Rex got up to like 32 miles an hour.
Did you say the T-Rex did? I know the scene you're talking about. Yeah.
They clocked the T-Rex at 32 miles an hour. I'm like, holy crap.
Well, I guess not. We thought it was much slower. Hello, Carson. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Carson, sober, not sober?
Not sober.
See, if you have to think about it, you're not sober.
Carson, welcome to Big Dummy. Our men's room poll, you got to deal with one constantly for a year. You taking the hiccups, the heartburn, the IBS, or the allergies?
I'm going to go IBS since I already poop a lot.
Okay. All right.
Okay. How often do you poop? I just read today that they say, and this is a crazy average, the average person poops, or doctors say you're healthy if you poop up to 3 times a day or 3 times a week. Like, that is the huge average of people.
I'd say about 3 times a day.
3 times a day?
I'm going with.
Okay, so
Yep.
you're on the upper level of normalcy. All right.
Yep.
Actually, I dropped 2 this morning, but not for any good reason. All right, your question. In Jack and the Beanstalk, how many magic beans did Jack get for his cow?
3.
He got 5, man. I don't know what kind of people you're dealing with. 5, Carson. Come on, man. Times were tough. That's a 5-bean cow, brother. Giving away your cows for 3 beans. Man, oh, man.
3 has been a magic number.
All right, your question. The Battle of Midway occurred during what war?
World War II.
There you go.
You notice this wars, but not as cow to bean ratio.
Come on.
Game is up, Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Connor. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. Connor, sober, not sober?
Sober, out on the boat.
Out on the boat?
Out on the boat.
What are you doing on the boat?
Fishing. With the
Catch
boys.
anything?
No.
You going bottom or top?
That depends.
Okay. All right.
Depends what you're asking.
Connor,
Which guy?
Connor salmon, Connor.
We're actually fishing for bass right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
He said he was sober?
Yeah.
Beautiful day. You're out on the boat fishing and you're sober?
Yeah, I know that sounds odd.
Hey, it's a dry week, man.
Okay. All right.
You sound happy about it.
You do. All right, I deal with one constantly for a year, Connor. Is it hiccups, heartburn, IBS, or allergies?
Allergies, please.
Okay.
Connor, what lake are you on by chance?
Taps.
All right. Okay. I've done some trout fishing. I want to try some bass fishing out here.
You got a weedless frog?
Yeah, running a plastic worm right now.
All right, ain't bad.
That's what I call my penis. It's crazy. All right. Your question, who was the voice of Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, and Yoda?
Oh, man. What the hell's that dude's name?
The answer you must know? You know Yoda had 6 nipples.
He did. Learned that last week.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea, guys.
That'd be Jim Henson.
Nope. No. His right-hand man. Jim Henson's right-hand man. If it wasn't Jim Henson, it was probably Frank Oz. Frank Oz, yep. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
He's also a wizard. All right, your question. What must be held by anyone wishing to speak during meetings in the book Lord of the Flies?
The conch.
Yep. Eddie Cons. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Mike, are you sober or not sober?
Currently working with some smoke.
All right. Mike, our men's room poll, you got to deal with one constantly for a year. You taking the hiccups, the heartburn, the IBS, or the allergies?
I would rather deal with allergies than hiccups. So allergies.
Okay. All right. Allergies it is. We brought up that T-Rex question earlier, the fact they could outrun humans by a little bit. Someone here does point out DK Metcalf ran 22 miles an hour. DK Metcalf will not be eaten by a T-Rex. No. The proof is he has not been eaten by a T-Rex.
He's going to turn around and beat up the T-Rex.
Yeah, I was going to say T-Rex. I ain't chasing you, man.
Usain Bolt outrun that T-Rex.
Usain Bolt?
He could.
He could outrun the T-Rex. I think in my younger days, I could have outrun the T-Rex. Right now, like fellas,
no, pull a hammy.
I am done. The T-Rex would feel bad for me.
I just try to fight
I did it when I was 18, but yeah, no, not now.
Yeah, that's the problem. So if you're going to mess with the T-Rex, be young. That's our point. All right, your question. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, how many Infinity Stones were there?
4.
6.
Miles got it again. I know. Okay, closet nerd. You seem to be crushing these. There was the Space Stone, the Reality Stone, the Power Stone, the Mind Stone, the Time Stone, and finally the Soul Stone, which allows you to dance better.
Oh.
Yes.
Not the Rolling Stone.
Yes,
I think I got a crazy stone last weekend.
That crazy stone?
And the kidney stone.
Yes, and of course the kidney stone.
He didn't have kidney stones.
Yeah, kidney stone.
I don't know a ton about that stuff. But what's that guy's name? That
Thanos.
Thanos.
You can hear him screaming when he pees.
I was going to say, if he had kidney stones, you would hear that for...
Why do you think he was so mean?
He had kidney stones.
Because he kills everybody.
Yeah, because he had kidney stones.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Then when he got the Soul Stone, he's like, "Sup, brother?" What's up, homie?
Now he's got 10.
Black Panther, good looking out.
Now he's got like 12 stones. He's got an infinity necklace.
It's a grill.
Knows how to play bass.
Yeah. And he can dunk. All true. That Soul Stone goes a long way. Soul Stone. That's what he called it. And Soul Stone.
Makes a great crab boil.
And offers white people some new food. Hey, come here, man. All right, your question. In what state does the Blair Witch Project take place?
Wisconsin.
Maryland. That is correct. Maryland. Merlin. Yes, if you're from Merlin to Merlin. Question 3. Question number 3. What late NFL player's nickname was the Minister of Defense? He once ran. What's clue?
Reggie White.
Reggie White. I was going to say he once ran off the field because he had diarrhea.
That's why they call him the Minister of Defense.
Because he was an actual minister.
Yes, that makes sense.
And a stud on defense, to put it mildly. All right, let's stick with the NFL. What is the most common last name in the NFL?
Gray.
Would you say Gray?
Gray. R-A-Y.
Most common last name?
Yeah, most common last name.
In the NFL.
In the NFL.
I bet it's Stewart.
I'll say Smith.
It is Smith. Followed by Johnson, Williams, then Brown.
So same as just popular surnames in the States. Smith and Johnson.
So that brings us to, what is the most common last name in Major League Baseball?
Brown.
I'll say Martinez.
Rodriguez.
Oh, I was going to say Hernandez.
Oh.
Yep. Question 6. Believe it or not, I want to say hockey was also Smith.
Yeah.
And the basketball, I couldn't get a straight answer.
What's the most popular last name in Canada?
In Canada? Oh, man. But right, they'll probably lean there. Or Russia.
There's almost French Canadians. So.
All right, your question. Name 2 of the 3 vows that Catholic priests take.
No adultery. I don't know if SEX is an appropriate word to say.
I'll give you that one. Chastity. That's one of them. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the way you phrase it.
Yeah, you can't commit adultery if you're not having sex.
That is a strong.
I thought it'd be celibacy.
That's one.
Does cussing count?
No, it's poverty, chastity, and obedience.
Oh,
broke, sexless, but I'll listen to you.
Canada, same thing. Smith.
Is it?
Yep.
I'll be goddamn. You people are everywhere.
We are.
We're proud of it. All right. Who was the model for the official NBA logo? There's a reason he's dribbling and not shooting. Oh, he's a good shooter.
Durant?
Jerry West.
If I were Durant, it would be a silhouette of a guy with his hands on his hips.
Now, Jerry West can put up points. Hot Rod Hundley was the dribbler.
Ah, right.
Pete Maravich, I thought, was like the best dribbler.
Yeah. Mr. Pete!
All right. Your question, in the 1997 movie Titanic, how did Jack get tickets to get on board the ship?
Oh, yeah.
Before Rose killed him.
Did he steal them?
He did not steal them.
Willy Wonka.
He won them in a card game.
Oh. Question number 9.
No, you're not. All right, your question. What lobster organ is made into a delicacy known as tamale?
Liver.
All right. There you go.
I feel like if you say delicacy, it's going to be the liver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyone ever heard of tamale?
I have not.
Would you try tamale? If I say, look, it's lobster. It's lobster livers.
I'll try. It can't be as good. It can't be as bad as regular old liver.
I don't think anything's as bad as regular old liver.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Michael. Welcome to the men's room.
Well, thank you, sir.
Hola. Hola.
Michael, are you sober or not sober?
Oh, I am definitely not sober.
Definitely not sober?
Not sober.
Definitely not sober. I took the day off today, and I just want to say...
Sounds like someone's got a rag of chloroform around your face.
Are you actively being kidnapped?
Yes. No, passively.
Passively being kidnapped. All right.
Michael, deal with one constantly for a year. You taking the hiccups, the heartburn, the IBS, or the allergies?
Oh, no. I got the IBF already, so I'll just go ahead and stick with that.
Okay.
I'm sticking with my IBS, damn it.
Yeah. No. Hiccups, no.
I'll ask you the same question. What seems to trigger your IBS more than anything, like food-wise?
When I stop drinking.
So when you stop drinking, that's when your IBS is triggered?
Yes, indeed.
So what, do you just stay drunk?
Well, as much as possible, but, I do have to work.
Okay. All right.
He's not that much different than us.
Yeah?
I mean, if I were not here right now, I promise you I'd be drinking.
It's a nice day. I'd be somewhere having a beer.
Right. Not because I have IBS, but because, like he said, we're just not at work. All right. Here's your question. Oh, God. Ted did slip one in here. I hate when you do that, dude. In the Star Wars franchise, how many languages does C-3PO say he's fluent in? 1 million, 6 million.
Come on, over 5 million.
1 million, 6 million, 1 billion, or 6 billion?
Okay, over 6 million is what he said, I believe.
Wow. He does say over 6 million, yeah. Well, that's what he says. That's what he says. Hold on, let's give you true or false. You want it done?
One and done.
One and done. All right, what's larger, a liter or a quart?
A liter or a quart? A liter.
Believe it or not, it's a quart. A liter is about 94% as much.
Let's do one more on Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey.
Hola. Josh, are you sober or not sober?
Oh, sober.
All right, Josh, welcome to Big Dummy. Our men's room poll, you're going to deal with one constantly for a year. You taking the hiccups, the heartburn, the IBS, or the allergies?
I'll have to take the allergies.
Allergies it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Josh. Here's your question. In what state is the northernmost place in the lower 48?
Montana?
Washington. Nope. This is a tough one.
Say it. Ask the question again.
So, in what state is the northernmost point in the lower 48?
Michigan?
Yeah. You're getting close. Minnesota. A place called Northwest Angle, Minnesota.
Huh.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll be damned.
All right, Josh, your question. Caracas is the capital of what South American country?
Sorry, Caracas?
Caracas.
Peru?
Venezuela.
Yeah. Lima is capital of Peru.
Correct.
All right, thank you. All right, your question. What band formed in 1977 was fronted by Mark Knopfler?
Oh, no.
They just wanted their MTV.
I don't know this one. I won't skip. I'll just say ACDC.
Dire Straits. Yes.
Dire Straits. Okay.
Question 4.
Question number 4. The Flintstones lived in what city?
We'll do this one. Bedrock.
Bedrock. Too easy. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Head chef coming up. Ted's Meat and Potatoes ranks the best fast food. Ice cubes. And we've got your emails coming up next from the men's room at KISW.com.
I was scared the night you overdosed, but I was prepared. I brought naloxone with me, and I knew how to use it. I held your hand tight when you woke up because I wanted you to feel safe. Your life is worth saving, friend, and I would save it again if I had to.
Naloxone can reverse an opioid or fentanyl overdose. Carry it with you. For more info, go to PreventOverdoseWA.org. A message from the Washington State Department of Health.
Hey there, it's your friend Stormy Warren here, and I want to invite you to my new home, the Big 615, exclusively on TuneIn. It's the official home of country music broadcasting live from Nashville to the world. Get the latest on country music, from your favorite artists to the hottest songs climbing up the charts. Oh, and it's commercial-free. Hear it all on the Stormy Warren Show, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Download the free TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. Or ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Are you dealing with a personal injury? Don't go it alone. Turn to the experienced team at Phillips Law Firm. Their attorneys have helped thousands of clients get the compensation they deserve. Call Phillips Law Firm now. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Head chef coming up. Ted's Meat and Potatoes. But first time, a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got
Jump right into the birthdays. All the guys, you know what's funnier than 24 or 25? Happy 25th birthday to my boyfriend, Paxton. He is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I love him very much. Could he get an OG fish sandwich? Your penis is too small. And can the dirty Germans cheer him up after his long day of work? He is an HVAC installer, so he's on his knees a lot. Thanks, guys. That from the lovely Emily.
2 Oregon fish sandwich.
That was a SpongeBob joke. Oh. Yeah, it's a HVAC man. Sure, he's on his knees, but I know he also works on sucking.
Yeah, he certainly does. He already has the knee pads. Today you're going to work on PVAC.
Yeah, sometimes he works on some blowing angle, too. So take his body and heat it up and cool it down.
Yeah, I'm sure we just made his day better.
Actually, I'll tell you what, man, it's about to be hot. Why don't you come by my house and hook it up, and I'll hook you up.
Very happy birthday to my favorite uncle named Greg, a.k.a. Uncle Poopsie. Huge fan of your show, and as the reason I listen, I look forward to listening with him during family projects this summer. So having a big old bong rip, your penis is too small, and the dirty Germans talking about handling large pieces of lumber. Thanks, guys, for all you do. That from Peter.
Yeah, I know that you handle all these large pieces of lumber. Perhaps tonight it will not be the biggest piece of wood you've seen, but it will be the sweatiest.
Yes, I promise you this. The wood I'll provide you won't give you a splinter.
Yeah, splinter-free. And it has its own wood glue.
You got a splinter.
Guys, please give my awesome husband Dennis a shout out for his birthday. He's 39 today. Maybe the Dirty Germans will let him know what dirty fun we're going to have later. Thanks, guys, from the lovely Jessica.
Yeah, the dirty fun she's talking about, the sex in the mud.
Yeah. So,
but you'll be inside.
Yeah. So, have you ever been inside the mud pit? You're going to love it.
Yeah. Enjoy your Mississippi mudslide.
It's very sensitive inside some mud pit.
That's when you scream yeehaw.
Magellas, my amazing husband Dan, makes his 41st trip around the sun today. This will be the 4th year in a row to get a birthday greeting from you guys. It just wouldn't be his birthday without it. Both big fans and love seeing you all at the Galaxy Theater for Cocaine Bear. Could he get a reverse bubble fart, some turtle sex, and Coach Ted telling him how men in their 40s stay so dang sexy. Thanks, guys. Lots of love from his wife, Chrissy.
You got that middle-aged energy. People don't talk about him. It's a guy in his 40s. I bet he knows what he's doing. Talk about your 6 kids at the bar. You don't have 6 kids. Just let them know your stuff works.
Oh, Magellas, it's my 42nd trip around the sun. Can I get a little kid fish sandwich, green beans, and the Dirty German's telling my husband he'll be having sex with a co-ed as I go back to school for my master's. Thank you, guys, and rock on. That from Jen.
Fish challenge.
Green beans. Green bean. Maybe a green bean shirt left in the rock shop at KISW.com. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure.
They should have a few because we never got one.
No.
Yeah, first of all, your husband, he's already laughing because he's thinking to himself, I already had sex with a co-ed. And I appreciate the fact that you'll be graduating with your master's. That means you can be the dominatrix.
Yeah, you know, honestly, if we're going to role-play college stuff, can you get us tickets to the game?
He's going to give you his own version of a PhD.
Yeah. What's a college chick? Like, if you could be like cheerleader or like there's different outfits, like how could she dress up like a college girl?
What do you mean? As far as tonight,
well, you could have a fantasy of being with a cheerleader.
Right.
She can go buy a cheerleader costume.
Oh, all right.
College chick? Well, you go for the librarian look, right? Or get in your cap and gown, don't wear anything under the gown, right?
I think it would just be leggings and some Birkenstocks.
I think it's a tray of sex on the beaches.
That's not a bad. Lemon drops.
That's right. Buttery nipples. For everyone.
Why don't you recreate the names of drinks? So have a redheaded slut, buttery nipples, and have sex on the beach.
Yeah.
Guys,
what did you do to kamikazes?
I want to give myself more
That's how
gain.
you get free sushi?
Guys, I want to give myself Morgaine, pronounced Morgan, a very happy birthday shout-out for my 47th. Can I please get a suck-it-up cupcake and look out, barbershop quartet fish sandwich, and the Dirty Germans talking about playing video games and chilling with my hubby. Thanks for keeping me laughing in traffic on the I-5 every day. That from the lovely Morgan.
So, suck it up, cupcake.
Uh-oh, look out.
Can I get a fish sandwich? Oh, you know I gotta eat right. Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? You put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
Yeah, first of all, I'll be your captain, Morgan. And while I don't play video games, I do play lots of V games.
Yeah. I think the idea if he's chilling with you, maybe he plays the games and you could do something in front of him. You won't be able to see his TV, but he'll see the top of your head.
Yeah.
Jesus. That seems like a nice, relaxing way to watch a video game or play a video game.
Oh, dude, if you're going to mouth hug and
hell yeah,
either that
playing
or
Call of Duty,
dress up like April from the Ninja Turtles.
All right, guys, here we go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat. And potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. As Chef was stating earlier in the show, I'm not I'm not anti-ice. I just don't care for that much ice.
I'm specific about how much ice I'd like you to put in my drink. That's all.
Yeah,
and because once it starts melting down, it waters down the drink, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, hey, man, first of all, I want to get my money's worth. So don't fill my glass or cup all the way to the top because I know that's the move they pull. In fact, the guys at Jimmy John's, they watch me when I get my lemonade from there because they have the little ice dispenser. And I'm literally like, click, click. So you hear like 2 or 3 ice cubes going, just enough to keep it cool, but not enough to water it down.
Right, but some people love ice. Like I said earlier, Miles, I know you're an ice guy. Joe, my mother, like people that are into ice are really into ice. I've had other friends. Like I had a buddy that was like, should I buy this ice maker for my wife? Because, you know, there's that old, you're not supposed to buy appliances like for.
That is correct.
But I was like, no, she's really crazy into ice. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, that one I think is okay.
Does it make different types of ice, right?
Because it makes the specific little pellets that you get at like taco time.
Okay.
Because I know that's a very highly rated ice with the ice people.
Okay.
So the dailymeal.com, they ranked 11 fast food places on the best ice cubes. A new poll found that 16% of people always eat the ice when they're drinking something iced, 40% sometimes. And then they were just like, all right, well, who's got the best ice?
Now, is there any specific criteria, or this is just people's straight-up opinion of the ice that they're receiving?
So, for instance, Sonic drive-thru is number 1 with what they call perfect ice. They aren't ice cubes. They're little nuggets that are crunchable, but it'll still hard enough that they don't melt too quickly.
Okay, that's important to me.
Never been to a Sonic.
Never?
I haven't either.
I have not.
All right. I figured Mike would have been. I mean, there's some in the area.
Well,
I will say this.
Men's World Tour, Sonic.
You always hear the commercials for their limeade, the cherry limeade stuff, but it's pretty damn tasty.
I would say, look, everything I've heard about Sonic has been positive. It really has. Whether the food, the drinks, the whole nine. You see the commercials all the time. Their ads are pretty solid. I've just never been there, and I think my problem is because it's not a place where I can just go in.
Yeah.
And I know that's stupid, but like as an adult, I don't feel like sitting in the car eating. Does that make?
They have like a
I
little.
don't mind eating in the car.
They have a little room because I've sat inside a Sonic once.
Oh, okay, all right.
But it was very strange. So those little ice, and you've seen those little ice cubes before. Every ice person I know, that's like the holy grail of ice.
The holy grail of
right? Because I'm saying, like, I know at least 2 different people that have specifically bought that ice maker for their home, not with their refrigerator, separate, just because they needed that ice.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. So
I like it, kind of like pepperoni. I like that square cube that's kind of got a deep hole in it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. As a kid, I used to love those because the whole goal was to get your tongue through the hole.
Yep. Chick-fil-A came in second with their ice because they're ice chilled drinks without watering them down. One person on Reddit said, "I never throw my Chick-fil-A cup away until I finish eating all the ice."
Not until about 2 years ago, maybe even nationwide, Chick-fil-A used nothing but styrofoam cups.
Yeah.
So they changed that recently.
Well, and you can also go and buy bags of their ice, if I'm not mistaken. At certain locations,
Are you serious?
you can get bags of their ice.
I can go to Chick-fil-A, certain location, just to buy a bag of.
I just want a bag of ice. That's it. No chicken sandwich, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I know people that go there just to get the tea.
Yeah.
Zaxby's is third. I don't know. I don't think we have any Zaxby's up here.
I've heard the name, but I don't know anything
It's
about
a chicken place.
Okay.
Yeah. Then it's followed up by Dairy Queen, Pizza Hut, which is kind of odd because, I mean, again, I can't remember the last time I sat inside a Pizza Hut.
My biggest thing with drinks at Pizza Hut was the fact that they give you those big red plastic cups.
Yeah, they were big-ass cups.
They're one of my favorite vessels for drinking a soda.
Yeah, and like, look, to this day, right, like, Mike and I did it on Sunday, right? Afterwards, we were going to watch some of the hockey game, and we're sitting there with a group of people, and we split a pitcher of beer. I don't know why. The pitcher is more exciting. And as a kid, I mean, if we went to Pizza Hut, like, just when they sat down, that pitcher of soda, you're like, oh, it is on.
You know why? Because if you, as a kid, right, you get a soda, your parents are probably throwing you a bone, because that's, first of all, it's Coke. That is not what they want you to drink.
Right.
Right, because you're going to be hyper and stupid, but they let it go. But if you got a Coke, when you were done with that Coke, that was a Coke you had. Now, when they set down the pitcher, you're like, all right, I can suck this bitch down real quick, and if I get there before anyone else, I get another Coke. It was kind of a 2-for-1 deal. That's what I liked about the pitcher as a child. Like, yeah, you can't tell me I can't have another one because we got that big-ass pitcher sitting in front of me.
I've also been to and honestly, full disclosure, I've also been to busy bars. It was me and a couple buddies. I don't know, we were going to a festival or something in a couple months. So we were just doing like a dry month, right? But like, it was busy. There was a sport event on. And finally we were just like, can we just get a pitcher of seltzer water? And the guy was like, yes, that would help me. Mm-hmm. Right, because we were still drinking them like they were beer.
That is an odd request.
It is weird. And then also there's a place at Disney World I've been to where my cousin, who was an adult, he had his kids with him, but he was drinking soda so fast that the waitress came over with the biggest plastic cup I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
And literally was like, here.
Damn. That's her way of saying, I'm really tired.
I'm running back and forth for you.
Starbucks makes the list. Again, I'm a basic bitch, so I love an iced vanilla latte on the weekends. I always dump out my ice. Yeah. I never
Really? You
crunch.
dump it out?
I just dump it in the sink. Let
I
it slowly
don't
melt.
know. I've gotten cold drinks from Starbucks. I don't know that I've gotten a drink from Starbucks that has ice in it.
Maybe you should add more ice if you're an ice guy. Jimmy John's makes the list. Then Dunkin', Burger King, and McDonald's, which is second to last. Taco Bell was last with its, quote, uneven lumps of frozen water. I said, it's so embarrassing that even ice people ask for no ice at Taco Bell. It's subpar consistency.
Yeah. You're so damn drunk when you're going through Taco Bell, you don't even know what kind of ice they got.
I feel like they don't give you the most ice anyhow.
No.
You know?
They just kind of fill up
No, Taco Bell does
cup.
not. They give you the least amount of ice of any fast food chain.
But see, I appreciate that because just
I don't.
me being me.
I have
know
to ask
you love
for,
the ice.
extra ice.
I do not want all of the extra ice. Because look, my drink's still going to be cold. I just want my drink cold. I do not want it watered
I don't need
down.
the volume. I'm a slow drinker. I just want it to be cold.
That's true. But I got to think by the time you're done with your average drink at the speed with which you drink sodas.
I still have ice in there.
You still have ice, but is it watery?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay.
See, that's my problem. I almost like chug everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got a 32-ounce water bottle here. I take about 4 or 5 sips, and then it's like, oh, got to fill her up.
Now, I will say when I have the opportunity to get my own ice, at Jimmy John's, I do not get a ton because the lemonade is that good. I truly believe that. In spite of them ranking high on this list. Subway, which I'm not a huge fan of their food, but goddamn, that raspberry iced tea they have.
Oh, yeah.
That's murderously good. But the thing is, I don't know. So Jimmy John's, clearly the soda or drink you're getting is coming from a refrigerated source. It's already cold, so I do not feel the need, but I realize with Subway, it's not. So I have to put a little extra ice in there to cool it down to a temperature where I can really enjoy it. I feel like that's where the scam is, see?
I just feel bad for the workers at Subway close to us. I don't know. It could be dead of February. It is 1,000,000 degrees in that place.
It's so always hot in there.
All right, so today is also National Eat What You Want Day.
Hell yeah.
All right.
So I got some choices here for you. Some of them are good choices, some of them are bad. Pretty simple. Vanilla ice cream or chocolate? Mike Hawk.
Vanilla.
Thrill.
Chocolate.
Miles?
Vanilla.
I'm a vanilla guy myself.
I think it's more versatile.
It's funny how that works out.
You can make floats.
Wait a minute.
You can make sundaes with hot
Uh-huh.
fudge. Like, no one puts hot fudge on chocolate ice cream.
I do.
Really?
Absolutely.
But see, ironically, I think it used to be the opposite. Like all the white people I knew loved chocolate, and all the brothers I knew loved vanilla.
My dad loves vanilla. My father, he's all. And look, I like vanilla. It's not that, but I would just take chocolate ice cream. Given the option.
What do they say? Black people drive white Escalades. White people drive black.
Black Escalades, yeah.
Ice cream or popsicles?
Ice
cream.
Every
Yeah,
time.
87% said ice cream. And I also, the vanilla chocolate split was basically even. 53 to 47.
Which one was better?
So why put the strawberry into the Neapolitan?
I know.
Just make it
Stop
chocolate and vanilla and make it half so you get more of the good stuff.
They have to get rid of that strawberry.
I don't mind strawberry, man. I like the strawberry.
There should be like 2/3 Neapolitan. You know, where you just get the...
Right.
All right, this one's kind of a, broccoli or cauliflower?
Broccoli.
78% said broccoli. I'm with you. I'll eat cauliflower crust pizza. I'll eat mashed up cauliflower. But that place I go, the mixture is broccoli, carrot, onion, and cauliflower.
You ever had cauliflower and cheese?
I'll pick around the cauliflower.
Yes. Yeah. I've had a cauliflower and cheese before at a restaurant. That was a little bit different. They just cut the cauliflower into smaller pieces and then make it like mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like mashed up. I know that.
Ew.
Apples or oranges?
Apples.
Oranges.
I'm going apples too. 65% said apple.
You're an apple apologist.
I am. It's great.
Unabashed.
Self-admitted.
Tacos or hot dogs?
Hot dogs.
Tacos.
Ooh.
I mean, between the two,
I'm going to go hot dogs. I'm having hot dogs tonight, in fact.
I have tacos all the time, but I'll take a hot dog first.
I won't turn down a hot dog, but I
won't turn down a taco. I'm right there with you.
Right.
I'm with Mike on this. I love a hot dog, especially a grilled hot dog, but tacos are far superior.
It depends on how you dress them.
I never go home thinking, what do I want for dinner? Man, I'm going to go get some hot dogs.
That is what I'm having tonight.
If I go to a ball game, sure, I'm going to go get a hot dog.
But that's like a thing. Like you're grilling. Like you're going to get some dogs.
Absolutely.
When's the last time you went to a hot dog restaurant?
Man.
About a month ago.
It was just hot
Red
dogs.
Hot.
Well,
yeah.
Red Hot. Oh, well, the Red Hot.
They have
Lots of Red Hot. Man.
Hey, look, the Red Hot's great. I love their food. But also, that's like the one I know.
Right.
Well, but I don't feel like enough people offer hot dogs. Even if you're not like hot dog specific, but say you went to Red Robin, right? So they have all the burgers. I get it. And say, hey, man, tonight we're doing a special on chili dogs. I'm trying the chili dog.
Ever since Matt's shut down, there's really no consistent hot dog place that's famous in Seattle.
Right, and there's taco places everywhere.
We have everything else, and we have so many good places to get tacos, but there's not one decent place to go get a hot dog.
Mm-hmm. Proves the point. Tacos superior to the hot dog.
Well, obviously so, because
you know why? Because nobody was going.
All right, cake or cupcakes?
Cake.
I'll take cupcake at this point.
Yeah, cupcake.
I'm going cupcake, but it leaned a little further cake, 53%.
I mean, you can't, it's the same thing. It's just the vessel with which how you want to eat.
Different shape.
Because
yeah.
the thing I like about the cupcake, I can just eat it with my goddamn hands.
All right, waffles or pancakes?
Ooh, waffles. At this age, I'm taking waffles.
Pancake.
I'm waffle, and ironically, that one sticks at 50-50. Also,
chicken and waffles Monday.
I'm getting, you didn't tell me what time.
Do you know what I like, man? I like the one big pancake. I don't need a stack.
I just never. I'm just not like, I want a pancake, but I'm like, I can go for a waffle right now. All right, pepperoni pizza or plain cheese?
Pepperoni.
Yeah, this
nothing
one
wrong
was,
with either, but still.
This one was tied at 50, but I'm with you. If I'm just getting a pizza, it's going to be pepperoni, but sometimes a plain cheese goes just as far, and that's how you judge a pizza place, in my opinion.
Agreed.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
All right, this is a tough one. Pizza or French fries?
Pizza.
Yeah, I would take pizza too.
Fries are too unpredictable.
But fries are also the friend of something else you're eating, where pizza goes, I'm cool just by myself.
If you know that a place has good fries, you get fries because you know they're going to be good.
Good fries.
Ted's right. Any other place, you're taking a gamble on if they're going to be that good.
Right. If I was to come to you and say, would you like the pizza? You don't. No matter what the pizza is, you're okay with it. If I say, would you like the fries? You kind of have to know, are they the steak cut fries? The crinkle
curly fries, right.
Are they seasoned waffle fries? All right. Sandwich or burger?
Oh, depends on the sandwich.
Sandwich because there's more options.
Yeah, I'll say that too.
Cheesesteak. All right, 60% of people said burger, but I'm with you. I would almost lean towards sandwich just because any time I've had a burger, if I sub that out and you put in a Reuben, I'd be just as happy.
Right.
Yeah.
French dip, Reuben. I mean, my God, Italian sandwich, a grinder,
Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
I would probably go burger though, because I love burgers and I have a craving for a burger more than I have a craving for a sandwich. Now there's a lot when I have a craving for a sandwich, but it just the burger beats it by that much.
Pastrami.
Yeah, and you're right. And like, there's other like lower tier sandwiches, like the ones you eat for lunch, like a turkey sandwich or something.
Sure,
right.
But it's still good.
Never disappointing. No.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. Shot of the Day's coming up. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot, or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway.
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
Bridgebank helps breakthrough ideas actually break through and remains dedicated to providing financial solutions to those committed to leveraging innovation to make the world a better place. Bridgebank, a division of Western Alliance Bank. Bridgebank. Be bold. Venture wisely.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, couple of minutes. We'll drink a toast for the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Holick and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, there's a restaurant chain gaining traction with Gen Z. Any ideas? The restaurant chain that is gaining traction with Gen Z.
So this is something we're familiar with.
Correct. You guys
I always
all
forget
know this
Gen
place.
Z is behind millennials.
Yes, I believe so.
I'll say Arby's.
Arby's.
Ooh, that's a strong one.
He said restaurant, not fast food.
Oh, sorry.
There you go, yeah.
I'll say the Olive Garden.
Olive Garden, not a bad call. Mr. Hill, any final guesses?
TGI Fridays.
Applebee's.
Really?
We're going to see a resurgence of Applebee's.
They've been doing great.
Yeah, and that's the whole
They're
thing.
They're affordable. They've got food. They've got a bar.
It's skyrocketing. And to be honest with you, I've always liked Applebee's. I've been the Applebee's apologist.
Hey,
Everybody
Mike
craps on
showed
it,
me
but I
a
like
thing where it was, so someone took a picture of
yeah.
themselves in front of Applebee's, right? Then they took a picture in front of themselves of Panda Express, and it said Chinese Applebee's.
Sure.
And then a picture in front of themselves in
Olive Garden, Italian Applebee's.
Italian Applebee's. And then Outback, Australia, yeah, the whole thing. Like they covered it. Like,
they got a great beer selection. If the first thing that the bartender or the waiter or waitress asks you is, do you want a pint or a 22-ounce glass? You've already sat down to a decent place, even before you even had a bite of food. Like, all right, I'll take the 22-ouncer.
Do I look sober to you? Come on.
Cheesecake Factory was fancy Applebee's. Cracker Barrel was whites only Applebee's. Chili's.
It's in the name.
Chili's was Mexican Applebee's.
That's right.
I always liked Chili's.
Never been to a Chili's.
Really?
The only one I've ever seen is out in Spokane, and I was always getting out of Dodge by the time I saw it.
That's probably the last Chili's I went to.
Yeah.
The one Southwestern egg rolls, the fried chicken, like hot chicken sandwich.
I thought the worst of them was, back in the day, was Bennigan's.
Bennigan's.
Are those gone completely?
I haven't seen one, but I just thought they were just...
I felt like Bennigan's was more like, we have a restaurant, but we assume you're here to drink.
Well, I just now got a hamburger, and they sent it to me on a wheat bun. I'm like, you're out.
Oh, no.
You are out. I got a hamburger, dude.
Seriously, this isn't even a sandwich. This is a hamburger. What are we doing? 60% of people feel they own the world's most spoiled dog.
Well, you did that.
Them.
You did that.
Exactly. And that's just what we do here. We spoil our dogs. You know, the table scraps and just the regular people food that we give them, the walks that they get, the toys that they get.
My dog never gets table scraps, definitely gets walked, has her toys, but in the end, like I said, if it's not a tug-of-war toy, it means nothing to her.
Does not care. She'd tear stuff up. She'd get like a stuffed animal and just leave its guts everywhere.
Leave its guts and then brings always the arm.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the tug-of-war toy.
The empty rag.
We had about 20 minutes of that last night.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Just comes over, just drops it on the sofa. I'm like, I get it.
Another thing trending these days: bromances. Apparently, they're currently on the rise with young men. They're
on the rise with your buddy.
They're investing in more meaningful relationships with friends, and they're opening up now more than ever.
Well, yeah, I read a whole thing on this. It is kind of strange, right? Because I don't. Mike, me and you talked about it. I don't think we talked about it on the air, but it's like, why do we have to call it a bromance? But like even other guys do it, and it's like a funny term. It's like, no, I just like the guy.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, we called them friends.
I haven't been bothered by the term. I like it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I forget who I was watching. Oh, I was watching that Welcome to Wrexham show.
Oh, yeah.
And they had an expert on, like, you know, like the mind and body stuff.
Yeah.
She was just like, oh, these two guys love each other and stuff. She's like, but
sure.
in this world, like, you'd have to call it a bromance. Then they're just talking about how other males, like, interact with games and stuff with each other, whereas, like, you wouldn't hug another guy randomly. But at sporting events, you hug them and this and that. It's just this weird thing that's just been going on for thousands of years.
I believe so that especially lately, people have a smaller circle of friends. So the people they hang out with more on a consistent basis.
These are your guys, right?
Yeah, you know it, man. We covered foods all throughout today, but there are certain foods that we love today that we actually didn't like at all back in the day, which brings us to...
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10. 10 foods people didn't used to like, but we love today. For me, it's the Brussels sprout. Oh, sure. Every Sunday after church, the pressure cooker got pulled out and Brussels sprouts got dumped in at my house. And then the kitchen smelled like one continuous fart for about 6 hours. But now, love them.
Yeah.
Why do we find out, Mike?
What?
Why
Yeah.
Growing up, people made Brussels sprouts. No one liked them. Now people love Brussels sprouts. Mike and I stumbled on this earlier this week.
The bitterness aspect of it?
Yeah, the scientists themselves, they took out the bitterness. Right? So basically you're eating these hybrid Brussels sprouts. So
You're
now
mutant Brussels sprouts.
Right. People can tolerate them because they genetically said, let's make them not suck.
Instead of just not, we said, how do we chemically make them different?
Right.
I mean, I do think cooking has something to do with it, though.
But they literally removed the bitter thing. Like scientifically, they got rid of it.
The other thing that's really helped a lot of vegetables, in my mind, show up on the appetizer menu is pork belly or bacon and balsamic.
Sure.
Like, there's places I go where, like, I love this appetizer. It's like, yeah, it's vegetables, but like you pan fried it with fat.
Right.
So number 10 of the 10 foods that people didn't used to like that we love today, quinoa.
I was unaware of quinoa until it was introduced. And it's not good or bad. It's just this flavorless, grainy thing in my mouth.
Yeah, it said that it was discovered in the 1970s and sold as a health food, but it didn't really catch on until the last decade.
It's a grain. It's not going to be bad for you.
I think when you advertise yourself as a health food, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
You could say it's healthy for you, but also explain that, hey, it tastes great. I mean, that's what people want. I want food that tastes good, and if you tell me it's also healthy, I'm in.
It's healthier for you. It's couscous. What is it? Just really tiny noodles.
Tell me it's healthy after I've eaten it.
Exactly.
Number 9, oysters. It says around 1900, oysters were so plentiful that their shells were used to pave Pearl Street in New York City.
Correct.
People ate them daily as a cheap source of protein. However, like the sturgeon, they quickly became overfished to the point to where they considered functionality extinct in the New York harbor and other popular harvesting grounds.
Traditional Thanksgiving dinner in the United States at the beginning was oysters.
Yeah, venison and oysters.
That's why the oyster po' boy. The po' boy started with oysters.
Because it was cheap.
That's why the sandwich is named a po' boy. Because you're poor and you're eating a oyster sandwich.
Right. Like I went to one of the oldest bars in London. There's a statue, like literally Shakespeare wrote in there. Right? Shakespeare? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Shakespeare.
Yeah. And there's Billy. And there's a statue outside of this famous cat, and it's eating an oyster. And I asked the tour guide, I said, why is it eating an oyster? And he's like, because it was cheap. They fed it to the cat.
Mm-hmm. Number 8, cabbage. And basically, it's international foods that have actually brought the cabbage craze around.
Kimchi.
As Americans have imported more international cuisines, they've discovered the joy of traditional recipes based around the veggie, like kimchi, sauerkraut, steamed dumplings, stewed cabbage, and lo mein.
As I say, but that's the difference, is that it's as an ingredient in something else. I said the other day, like, my favorite way to eat cabbage in an egg roll. It's good. It contributes to the overall flavor, but rarely do.
Man, coleslaw is pretty strong.
It is.
Yeah. But you like sauerkraut.
I do like sauerkraut.
I get down with that.
What's your point?
I'm just saying, you're like the only way I eat it is in an egg roll.
I said my favorite way to eat it is in an egg roll. My second favorite is sauerkraut.
No,
my least favorite way, shredded on a taco.
Cabbage?
Oh, I like that little crunch.
No, you don't need that.
Better than lettuce.
I'm pro cabbage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when I grew up, we had a lot of sauerkraut, and, like, my mom would make coleslaw, like, once a week.
You know, all you freaks that eat vegetables talk about the texture that vegetables eggs. I'm like, why is there lettuce on my sandwich? I don't need lettuce.
Good crap.
I will say cabbage, to me, helps me understand what your weird mindset is.
All right.
It's a little
back to the crunch. Yeah.
But the difference is, everyone says lettuce doesn't have a taste. It does, it tastes like ass. But cabbage tastes assy, but it's an ass I don't mind eating.
I'm sorry, Mal. I'm just the opposite. I love that little crunch of the cabbage on a fish
find
taco.
out.
Yeah. But you know the taco you ordered that's going to happen.
Yes.
10 foods people didn't used to like that we love today. Number 7 being caviar. It says oversupply rendered this delicacy poor people's food. That is until around 1910 when the sturgeon population crashed from overfishing. They actually used to be served as bar food.
So caviar is expensive because we overfish sturgeon.
Correct.
Right.
Not because it's great.
But when you have caviar, there's really no definitive taste.
Salt.
To me, it just tastes like salty water. I'm not a big fan of caviar.
There's nothing about it that makes me go, oh, I need to have that again.
Right.
No.
I haven't found the appeal.
Nothing.
You know, like, what is it, bubble wrap, right? We like to pop it. To me, caviar is like bubble wrap, but if inside of the bubble wrap were salt water.
Gotcha.
That's kind of right, because it kind of pops in your mouth. I don't mind the texture.
It's more the novelty of it, really.
It is.
Right?
I'm not picking up. If I'm eating caviar, I'm not picking up the bill.
Number 6, bone broth. There's nothing trendier these days than bone broth, but a century ago, leftover bones, you just gave them to the dogs. You didn't do anything with those doggone
but I
bones.
mean, as far as making stock, but broth is different.
Yeah.
Right. Which I do.
I would also think that's got to do a lot to do with ethnic food showing up.
Ethnic food, and again, kind of like we were saying with couscous, bone broth was not something I was particularly aware of before 10, 15 years ago. I cooked for 12 years. Bone broth was never even like a conversation.
Right.
And it was after we got to Seattle, and actually it was a Japanesa. Their bone broth soup. I said, I'll try it. Unfreaking believable.
Right. Number 5, potatoes. Says the humble tuber has had quite the wild culinary ride through human history. When it was first introduced in Europe, skeptical peasants and royalty alike would not touch it. Eventually they adopted it as edible, but then it was seen as peasant food.
I'm okay with that.
Right? I mean, I love the potato.
They're reasonably cheap. And the beauty of the potato is there's 800 different ways to present it.
All fantastic.
So whatever, a friend of mine made baked potatoes last night. and they were great. She's one of those people that spend an hour to cook it, cut it open, scoop out the guts, mixed it with cheese and all this other crap.
Let's go.
Throw it back in, and it was unreal.
Everything that no one else wanted back then was the stuff that is the best to cook.
That's the stuff everyone wants now.
Exactly.
Because they took something gross and found a way to make it good.
Because you have to learn how to cook to do it.
Yes.
You have to actually put time in and do it.
Yes.
It's not going to do itself. It's like anytime you go back to the East Coast, why is there seasoning on this? Well, because flounder needs it.
Because otherwise it sucks. Right. I mean, that's the long and short of it.
Number 4, I hate this one, but it's kale.
No. Do you know what's crazy about kale?
I'm still out on it.
I like kale.
I don't like kale.
If you like it, you like it. But for years, decades, kale has been around. Pizza Hut was the main purveyor of kale because they used it as the garnish back when you had the
salad bars.
Yeah, exactly. So they covered all the ice with kale because it looks good. And then one day somebody said, hey, maybe we should eat it. So kale's always been around, just nobody thought about it.
Kale's a great substitute if you love arugula. Arugula is a pain in the ass. A pain in the ass.
My wife loves it.
To wash.
It's also a good substitute for a diuretic.
Yeah, totally. Oh, yeah.
Mike, I'm with your wife. Kale out the window, arugula, pile it up.
I will take arugula over kale any day of the week. At least it has flavor to it.
Yeah, it tastes like pepper.
Yeah, that's
It
right.
does.
10 foods people didn't used to like that we love today.
Down the soul stones.
Number 3 was lobster. Lobster used to be so universally disliked it was only seen fit to feed prisoners, and even then, there were laws restricting how many days in a row they could have it, lest their punishment be considered too harsh.
I'll take that punishment.
I don't like lobster.
I will lock you up, and you will eat lobster.
I don't think they found the butter combination
So
yet.
wait, leave this straight. You're going to take care of me, and I'm going to eat lobster every day?
Lobster was also served at that first Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was.
Right? Just cheap ass stuff.
That was the turkey.
Right, basically it was. Right.
The first Thanksgiving did not have turkey. It had lobster. Lobster and oyster and venison.
Bro, I'm with you. I like lobster, but I think it's highly overrated. And if I have a choice between that or some type of crabs,
let's go.
Crabs.
Any other shellfish, I would take over lobster.
Number 2, tomatoes. It says tomatoes were once so feared that they were called poison apples.
Yeah.
My entire life, tomatoes have been just a standard part of your refrigerator, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
It says wealthy diners ate the fruit on pewter plates. The acid from the tomatoes leached lead from the plates, sickening the diners.
I'm only doing San Marzano tomatoes in my garden this year.
It's funny. I talked to a guy yesterday, buddy Joe, and he was going on and on about tomatoes, and I gave him a look, and he said, hey, I'm a tomato snob. I said, hey, we're all snobs about something. But he broke it down about what he likes about tomatoes, how they should be done, et cetera, et cetera.
I really only get fired up in August. I enjoy an heirloom.
A little heirloom to me.
I do too.
But the number 1 food that people didn't used to like that we love today, it's a sweet treat, chocolate. Says when the beans were first introduced, it was in the form of a bitter drink that was so far from today's hot chocolate as to be unrecognizable.
Yeah, for sure.
Today's crave-worthy candy version only became popular in the last few hundred years.
Wow.
So there you go, the 10 foods that we didn't used to like, but now we love it today. Miles, there's a man in Florida that apparently wanted no privacy, and I will give you that full story at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming at 5:50. In the meantime, let's get a contest online for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK.
Start summer with a $500 Visa gift card. NC Machinery is offering big rewards on small excavators. Grab a Cat Mini excavator and demolish jobs. Dig deep or move material with the smallest line of Cat products. Do more with less. That's right, small is big right now. Big rewards and big savings for your pocket. For a limited time, NC Machinery is offering a $500 Visa gift card, as well as financing of 0% for 36 months for qualified buyers. Now is the time to reward yourself. Terms and conditions apply while supplies last.
Hey y'all, it's Garth, the Big 615. You're going to hear the newest that country music has to offer. At the same time, you're going to hear the newest that the country classics have to offer. I want to hear the new single from George Strait, and I want to hear it right beside the new single from Luke Combs. That's the thing we call the Big 615.
Download the free TuneIn app from the App Store. That's TuneIn. Or ask your device to play the Big 615 on TuneIn.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Hey, it's Mike Hawks. Join me every Thursday at 1 p.m. exclusively on the Odyssey app as we go live with Odyssey. Join in on the action as we cover interesting facts, top 10 lists, and some fun new games. Follow the Men's Room page on the Odyssey app and join in all the fun Thursday afternoons at 1.
Part of the minute to drink it time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast officers David Sneed and Neil Story of the Enid Police Department of Enid, Oklahoma. Now, thanks to their quick actions, no one was hurt. Understand that this past Monday, they received a call reporting someone crying for help. Now, to make it worse, this person was somewhere in a field of tall grass. Now, body cam video captured the whole thing, and the clip shows the pair of police officers walking through a field toward faint cries in the background. One of the officers says, quote, "I think that's a person," followed by, quote, "That's a person," and sounds like they're screaming for help. With that, both officers started running toward the commotion, and within seconds, they arrived on the scene only to witness something that neither of them was prepared for. A goat throwing a temper tantrum. That was it. It was just a goat throwing a temper tantrum, but if you hear the goat bleeding, it basically sounds like, "Help! Help!" And apparently the goat was throwing a temper tantrum because his goat buddy he'd gotten separated from. So the goat was screaming. Other people heard this, called the cops. They were super worried. And I mean, these guys, if you watch the body cam video, like, they're on this. They are racing through the tall grass to make sure that they can get this thing. When they get there, they're like, "You've got to be kidding me." The goat was returned to its owner, and everything is good now. Damn. Goddamn goats. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola.
The men's room presents Profile This.
And Steve at Thrill Hill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we will ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Just that simple. It is. I saw our phone lines took an ass for a second. Mike's grabbing something.
Mike's on it. He's got it.
I know. It's just how it goes. We can't respond to you on tweets.
No,
not tweets.
We can't tweet.
I've been tweeting people back.
Not tweets. What the hell is it? Text?
Yeah.
Text.
Hello, Gulliver. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. All right, Gulliver. Do you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have your choice of one of four stories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? Interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. And finally, Hit Me With Your Best Shot, where you guess the unconventional weapon that someone chose to use as a weapon.
Let's do the last one. Hit me with your best shot.
All right, here is your story. A 25-year-old man says that he could have died right there and then after being attacked with a musical instrument after a sporting event. Now, the man was leaving the venue when he was suddenly jumped by two other men. He says, quote, "Two guys came from nowhere, and that's when they started attacking us." Now, footage of the incident shows the man being struck by a stranger and knocked to the ground before regaining his balance and then collapsing again. He follows up by saying, quote, "Even watching the footage when I got hit, it looked like I fell and hit my head on the ground as well, so I could have died again right then and there." Now, he was left bloodied and bruised with a fractured skull and a broken nose. The victim said he'd never seen these guys before, this completely unprovoked attack. Now, the two other men were also injured in the attack, which police are investigating. Meanwhile, the attackers, they're still at large. Now, the question is, what musical instrument did they attack him with? Was it a saxophone? Was it a bagpipe? Was it a guitar? Or was it a didgeridoo? So saxophone, bagpipe, guitar, or didgeridoo. What was this man attacked with? That's the correct answer.
I would love to see someone get attacked by a bagpipe. It already looks like they're getting attacked when they're playing them for real. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with guitar.
Guitar.
Where'd you say it was?
And
I believe it was in England. It was in England after a soccer match.
I'm going to go bagpipe.
You want bagpipe, Miles?
Yep, absolutely.
I'm with you. I think he got hit over the head with a guitar.
Guitar. Okay. Hey, Gulliver, real quick. Where's the last place you visited? Like on vacation?
I went to Phoenix.
Phoenix.
All right, part of Gulliver's Travels.
I was just checking.
Did not see it in the book.
It's a sequel. I think I read the first one.
I fought the urge, Gulliver.
I know. I did too. I mean, I'm a dad. I can't help
your
it.
name's Gulliver. You already know where it's going.
I just need to know
It's
your
inevitable.
travels.
Right.
Was it a saxophone, a bagpipe, a guitar, or a didgeridoo? We'll find out next.
That was a tease. Whether you're doing a dance to your favorite artist in the office parking lot, or being guided into Warrior One in the break room before your shift, whether you're running on your Peloton tread at your mom's house while she watches the baby, or counting your breaths on the subway,
Inhaling and long exhale out.
Peloton is for all of us, wherever we are, whenever we need it. Download the free Peloton app today. Peloton app available through free tier or paid subscription starting at $12.99 per month.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Categories, hit me with your best shot on Profile List. Man was attacked with a musical instrument after an athletic event by a group of men. What was he attacked with? A saxophone, bagpipes, guitar, or a didgeridoo?
And Gulliver, that is a question we posed to you. Now, you agreed with the Ted Smith, or the Ted Smith agreed with you. You guys both went guitar. I'm afraid it was not a guitar. Miles, you went with the old bagpipe.
Yep.
Ow. Now, homeboy was hit with a didgeridoo.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a big stick
to the head.
It is.
You still have one, right?
Yeah, I got didgeridoo at home, man.
Yeah. You can really whack somebody with that.
You could, but you know what? Every time I look at it, that never crosses my mind.
You also have a rain stick. Don't you have a rain stick?
I have a short one, yeah. My kids got that one. I got the didgeridoo. And what's funny, I just think the sound of a didgeridoo is cool. My son was 3 years old. He wanted to play it, and I'm like, give it a try. Nailed it his first try.
You're kidding me.
No.
That's hard to get the lip positioning on that.
You blow it like a wide tuba. That's what you're doing to it. You and then ring.
Or you can hit someone in the head with it.
Or attack somebody.
That's what I do with it.
Yeah.
Now for all TV news all time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Now, when I say Tim McGraw,
you say, hey.
No. What is the first thing that comes to mind?
His wife.
Yeah.
Faith Hill?
Yeah.
Oh, the fact that he's a workout dude.
All right.
Stopped drinking and cleaned up, does intense workouts.
And it seems like a decent guy.
Yeah.
Right?
I was thinking maybe country singer, but
well, okay, to be fair, yes. That does pop
I know a lot of women love that guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's also in what is Tim McGraw in? He's not in.
He's acting in a couple
of movies. Is it Yellowstone?
Well, he's not in Yellowstone, but there's two of them. So I don't know if he's in 18 whatever or 19. I think he's in 1923.
Because he's in one of them, and then his wife's in another one, correct? Or are they in the same one?
I believe so, because she said she had to grow out her underarm pits.
Yeah.
They're in the same one.
They are in the same one. Okay.
Yeah. They're in the 1870 something, right?
And he was great in The Blind Side.
1883, yeah.
1883, right? Because I watched that one and I was like, I like this guy. And the daughter is 19 and blonde, and super attractive. But
you don't have to explain.
I kept watching. I kept watching it. I was like, God damn, this mom. And then I Googled it and I was like, oh, it's Faith Hill.
Yeah, that goes a long way.
Yeah, it does explain it a lot.
That's why my pants feel funny.
Now I want to work on a wagon trail. Well, Tim McGraw's dog won best of breed at the Westminster Dog Show.
I am guilty of watching a whole lot of this 3-day spectacle.
He's co-owner of a dog named Lepshy. That won the best competition in the Baracco Italiano breed,
which is a Spinone.
Are you being serious? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Spinone.
What does Spinone?
His dog's a Spinone.
Which means what?
It's an Italian long-haired dog that's kind of...
hey, look at my long hair!
About 65 pounds or so. But
I got floppy ears.
Big floppy ears.
I'm cute, admit it.
A full face beard like all of you guys. So you appreciate that. Droopy eyes. Probably built like a little bit smaller than a retriever. A little bit skinnier, but hairy like a Irish wolfhound.
Hey, look at me. Yeah, I'm Italian.
It also comes with a switchblade.
Look at the horn necklace around my neck.
Brass knuckles.
Pull one up for him so you can see what the dog looks like.
I'll point you right in your face.
Hey, gabagool.
Here he is right here. This guy. This guy right here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think it looks like a mutt.
You've seen them before, but they have a lot of different
It
coats
looks
and
like
colors.
Wilford Brimley if Wilford Brimley wore a dog.
But his dog looked like Tim McGraw's look more like that. So you get a tan instead of a gray or a brown. But that's
looks like a shabby Labradoodle.
They are the friendliest dogs and the most docile and just patient dogs in the world.
All right.
Well, Tim McGraw, besides country singer and everything else you guys had it, also winner of a award-winning dog.
If you had let us go, we'd have gotten there before we got the country singer.
I cannot believe he
surprised Miles didn't throw in. His dad was a pitcher.
I cannot believe that a guy like Tim McGraw would buy a purebred dog. It's amazing he had the money for that.
I know, man. It's
with that bloodline. How did he do that? He didn't go to the SPCA.
All right. You know what? I'll be dead honest. I'm kind of happy to read this article. Most people aren't going to be.
All right.
But look, I'm an unabashed sports fan, and I like TV, right? Been doing commercials for Comcast, Xfinity for years. But also, I thoroughly enjoy my cable because I like sports and I like watching show. Now, do I have a couple streaming services? Yeah. But I knew a lot of people like, I don't even own a TV. Or it was like, I don't watch this, or I'm cutting the cord.
I don't listen to radio.
They're like, why would you have cable when you could just have streaming services? And I was like, yeah, but it seems like we're adding up. You're getting a bunch of them. So basically, I like the way. Remember when you felt liberated by cutting the cord? Yeah. Disney announced that they're combining Disney Plus and Hulu into one app, possibly with ESPN Plus as well by the end of the year. But they'll remain separate subscriptions. So you'll have to get the standalone options. You'll only have your Disney Plus and Hulu combined if you subscribe to both.
Right. I have the bundle pack.
So do I.
So all my three are, in the same.
Why wouldn't you just do it? Okay.
Exactly.
You know what? At least this way it's a la carte.
All right, hang on. But this is only temporary because Disney only owns 2/3 of Hulu, with Comcast owning the other third. Next year, one company is expected to take over the whole thing. They don't know who will actually be in charge.
I have, Ted, I have inside information on Hulu. All right?
Ooh, inside information on Hulu.
Okay. If you go to our elevator bank, right, and you look across the street in the next building.
Yeah.
Have you seen Elmo and Snuffleupagus sitting in front of a television?
Thursday in the building?
Oh, no.
Yeah. You haven't seen that?
Look through the glass. In the building across from us, you'll see Elmo. And I love that they put Elmo in a different place each day. Mr. Snuffleupagus showed up about a month ago, I guess.
But they're always watching television.
Yeah.
That's Hulu.
Sure.
No, I'm saying those floors are Hulu.
Yeah, that's Hulu.
Right,
So Elmo is a Hulu employee.
Right. In the past, Disney has talked about partnering with Hulu. More recently, they suggested they might keep it out and buy Comcast out. So who knows? Regardless, Disney has announced they'll be raising the price of Disney Plus, their ad-free tier. It's currently $10.99, $110 a year. No rate on what it said. It's just kind of what I said. Like, if you just started when there was like Netflix and one other one, fine.
Sure.
You get rid of cable, though, you're not going to watch sports. Mm-hmm. Right? And even, Mike, I know you've had, Hulu's like we have live sports, but I don't think a lot of people realize that's like a tiered package on what sports you're going to get. So it's just kind of exactly what it's saying. It's like, well, all right, you could be all fancy. Not fancy. You know what? That's just my point of view. You could say, hey, I cut the cord. It's like, fine, but all the streaming services are going to add up to just as much, if not more.
They absolutely will.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Right. The benefit that you get with the streaming services is you truly do get to pick which ones you want. You got the CBS and you got the Peacock and you got the Discovery Plus that you don't necessarily have to have. The Hulu and your Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and like Apple TV are your biggest, broadest ones that you can get. So that's where I get my benefit is that you have that to be the a la carte package. But yeah, if you get them all, you're going to spend just as much as you might as well.
Apple is just tough for me because I I record my podcast over Zoom and I own a MacBook. This is the oldest damn MacBook MacBook anybody's using. It's from 2012. So it can't support watching TV shows on there.
That makes sense.
I don't have an Apple phone, and then my TV, I got to get a new one, but it's smart, but it ain't like the last 5 years smart.
It's a C plus, dude.
Right, so like I've barely watched any Sounders matches because all the MLS is on Apple Plus, and it's like like I just can't watch it.
Right.
So, all right. So there's a guy that's been announcing A's games for years. Last week he's in Kansas City Royals. Mike, I think you've taken the tour. Back in the day when black people weren't allowed to play in the Major League Baseball, what did they play in?
They played in the Negro Leagues.
Correct.
How happy were you to say it, Mike, be honest?
I hate that term. So dug.
Oh, by the way, then why do you keep calling me that?
But it's okay because it's literally the Negro Leagues.
Yeah.
Now, where this guy went off was talking about in Kansas City, and he said the other N-word with the ER in it and called it that league. He says it so nonchalantly. Like, frankly, like, it's terrible. I'm not positive he fathomed it. I mean, as a baseball person, I think it's like, I've only heard Negro League.
If you're
never heard it the other
into
way.
baseball, I can't imagine you'd say anything.
He's the
different.
play-by-play guy. He knows the history of baseball. By the way, some of their hats are some of the best you can buy as far as getting some cool swag.
Oh, the Kansas City hat is clutch.
Yeah.
So, obviously, he's in some trouble for that, which I don't blame him. Like, right? And he's just like, oh, then we went to Arthur Bryant's barbecue.
Great segue.
Let me make just run right over it.
Great segue.
He does. He just says it. Like, look, when I heard it, I was like, my opinion is I think he's used that word too freely that it came out and he didn't even flinch.
Yep.
He didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he just dropped it and kept going, man. I don't even think he knew that he said it.
Right.
To me, that was kind of the tell, like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah, and somebody else said to me, they were like, maybe he just thought that was really what it's called. I'm like,
man,
no, come on.
It's his non-reaction that got it for me, where I'm like,
even if you thought that's what it was called, you would go to your producer and say, was that honestly what it was called?
Right. When I order a Modelo at the bar and they have it on tap, I go real slow. Negro Modelo.
Right. And if it was called the other thing, I get the feeling that as a broadcaster, you would just not say it.
But it would never slip out of your mouth to call it anything other than that beer.
Right.
So if you see anything remotely like that, I'm not going to go, give me that Imbibe beer.
But as a broadcaster, you take the time to make sure if there's anything that you think might truly run afoul, you take the time to ask before you say it, right? That's what the job is.
I mean, how long, Miles' favorite show on Netflix, how long did it take us to be able to, like, are we actually allowed to say the name of this show? And then finally we got the green light because they won an award, and it's like, yeah, that's the name of the show.
What was the show?
Yeah, what is the name of the show? I don't even remember watching it.
Let's see. Up There Without a Paddle. I'm not going to say the name of the show.
Why not?
Because I don't want
It's one of the biggest shows ever on Netflix.
That's all fine and dandy. I'm okay with not saying
I want to watch it now.
Netflix, they're big on the serial killers. Well, their serial killer universe just got a little bigger. Season 2 of Monster will be called Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story.
Is it okay? I know a lot of time has passed, but we do know some updated information on that stuff with that case. But
do we?
Well, yeah. Yeah,
but there's been accusations, but
well, based on a lawsuit that has to do with being molested. So they always
did they win it?
They always claim they're it's just
they claim it, but they're trying to get out of jail.
Like, they also, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I wouldn't call that new information. They could also just be two cold-blooded killers who wanted their parents' money.
And I understand, but it's historically significant, but do you glamorize that for the future generations?
If you want to make money, yeah.
Okay.
Netflix says it's a documentary that'll have exclusive access to those two guys. So I'm guessing they're trying to make their point. I don't know. Like, I just remember that case was monstrous. Now, look, I'm with you. When it comes, like, I still haven't watched Dahmer. I don't really have any interest in watching this one. There's some interesting shows I've seen that involve crime and stuff, but just, like, serial killer and, like, I don't know. That stuff just kind of killing to kill. I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
Well, look, even if what they said is true, you still can't kill people. I mean, and that's the law of the land. You don't have to like it, but murder is just not something that is accepted, right? Whatever
like
went down.
The Green River Killer. He'll be next.
Right.
Whatever it is.
So whatever it is you accuse someone of, you still can't murder.
All these people that get in trouble, they all say the same thing. Well, at least I get a book deal.
Right.
If I do something really horrible enough, it's crazy. I get a book deal.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, even if you guys are telling the truth, I sympathize, but you can't kill people.
Yeah,
right. That's
exactly.
that's the bottom line to it all.
All right, tonight, Game 5.
Oh, let's go!
Yes, the Kraken are back in action. This time in Dallas. Series is 2-2. I don't know. It's a crapshoot.
It is, because they've been going blow for blow, right? However one team wins, the other team seems to win in the exact same
Well,
fashion.
hopefully the Kraken don't play the same way they did in Game 4.
They won't.
They seem to do better.
They will
when
not.
they're on the road.
They have been good road dogs. I mean, look, I don't think you're going to have a replay of Sunday when they put up 7 goals.
Right.
But also, you're not going to play as bad as you did. So it's interesting, right? Because I watched some of that Edmonton game last night. They had gotten their ass beat by Vegas. Yesterday, they did the ass beat.
Correct.
So this
learn and adapt.
This tilt is kind of like, all right, let's see which 2 hockey teams show up tonight.
That's exactly
and Ted, what you were saying is based on the NHL playoffs. So tonight they're in Dallas for Game 5.
Correct.
Regardless of who wins, Game 6
Saturday
will be Saturday in Seattle.
Correct.
And then Game 7 will be the last game in Dallas. I think that's Tuesday night.
I was going to say, if it goes 7, it'll either be Monday or Tuesday in Dallas.
Okay. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
I was scared the night you overdosed, but I was prepared. I brought naloxone with me, and I knew how to use it. I held your hand tight when you woke up, because I wanted you to feel safe. Your life is worth saving, friend, and I would save it again if I had to.
Naloxone can reverse an opioid or fentanyl overdose. Carry it with you. For more info, go to PreventOverdoseWA.org. A message from the Washington State Department of Health.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Florida man goes to the pool, puts porn on a speaker, and base his ham. Meanwhile, in Iowa, 2 are bitten by a dangerous rabbit that is still on the land. Pastor tries to storm the cockpit because he does not like the food. Truck crash covers highway in which are dung funnels spewed. And American Airlines loses a man's bag with his leg inside. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
All right, our top story. We go to the bastion of fun known as Florida, where police were called to a condominium complex. Officers got multiple calls from witnesses and residents that a man was openly masturbating beside the pool at the complex. Which is just what it is.
What do you think?
What's more, he wasn't even trying to hide it. He was clearly displaying his manhood and watching a pornographic video as he badgered the witness, even going so far as to play the audio from the video on a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, I brought the speaker. Why not?
I know why not, Miles.
Yeah, I mean,
Because he's in public.
He needs the audio.
Watching porn. He admitted to officers that he sometimes does dumb things when he's drunk and went quietly.
Right, but, everyone does dumb things when they're drunk.
Correct.
But if I'm a cop, most people do not openly masturbate and put audio through the Bluetooth and post the video.
If you're ever going to plead stupidity because you were drunk, just say you blacked out. Because there's no there's no inhibition that says, you know what, you probably shouldn't masturbate. That can just go away with being drunk.
Stupidity when you're drunk is, I cannonball into the hotel pool from my second floor balcony. They go, you're still going to get in trouble. They go,
right.
We get it.
It's stupid within
openly.
reason.
Yes, stupid within reason.
Right. Inhibition is just, I'm going to embarrass myself. This isn't quite, PC. It's not quite socially acceptable, but people will laugh it off.
Sure.
They won't. They'll notice you as a drunk frickin' moron, but masturbating in public with the... Now, okay.
Honestly, just hand me the didgeridoo. I'm going to hit him.
Yes. Yes.
Ori.
Now, what I will say, here's the thing, is that if you were drunk and you do stupid things when you're drunk, you would just play a pornographic video with the Bluetooth speaker on to see everybody's reaction.
Sure.
That'd be funny to me. Now, it'd be funny to me, but Grandma with the grandkids over there, she's mortified. I get that. That's why you don't do that when you're sober.
That's where the trouble starts.
But the problem is, you know what? I guarantee you that's where he started. Like, it'd be funny if I just played a porno on the Bluetooth speaker, like...
Let me kick it up a notch.
Well, shoot, if I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a pervert.
That's fair.
Yeah, he give all excuses that we're told. Like, nah, he's just a pervert and wanted to masturbate in public.
He's just a freak. The irony needs to be addressed, and Miles, I know that you noticed this, but the irony needs to be addressed that the name of the apartment complex, you remember what it was, Miles?
I do not.
The Palms.
There it is.
Really?
Let's go.
Should be called
in the name.
the Happy Palm Terrace.
The Harry
My
Palm
mistake.
Terrace. Oh, mercy. In other news, a man from St. Louis is looking for a little more action from the airlines after they lost some of his precious cargo. The man is disabled and handed over his luggage with some important cargo inside, labeled fragile, to be checked into the plane during his flight. Unfortunately, he arrived in Charlotte, was wheeled at the baggage claim to wait for his luggage, but it never came. When he took it to lost luggage, they cut him a check for $600 that they said should cover the cost of the clothing that he lost in his bag. The man did appreciate the payment, but was wondering where the rest was, as it was his prosthetic leg that he really wanted to get reimbursed for. The airline told him that because they had no concrete evidence of it to pay for it, so they won't be paying for the leg.
Is that how that works?
Right.
That's BS.
We don't have evidence that
you
your
already
leg...
overcharged. Just buy him a goddamn leg.
Right.
Jesus Christ, man.
So
my aunt works at Washington, D.C. Metro, the subway system there, and she says, look, anytime it rains, we just go down to the lost and found because there's thousands of umbrellas.
Sure.
And I remember her calling me from D.C. just to tell me, Stephen Gregory, that's what she calls me.
All right.
It's raining in D.C. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I went down to Lost and Found to grab the umbrella. I go, yeah. And she goes, somebody's prosthetic leg was there. She goes, how in the F do you get off a goddamn train and don't realize that you don't have your leg on?
You had to be transporting it for somebody else. There is no damn way.
Yeah, because she was like, you would fall over and you go, right, I need my leg.
Right. Maybe they were in a wheelchair and they were just like getting backed up or something like that.
That's what's right. Just like, I'll take it off here. Let it breathe.
Let it breathe a little bit.
And then forget it.
Let my nut breathe.
And they're not cheap.
No, they're not.
That's the thing, a prosthetic is not cheap.
This thing was like $16,000.
Yeah, easily.
Or like $25,000, something like that.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily, man.
It is not cheap at all for a prosthetic. But he's since gotten his lawyers involved.
Just buy him a leg. You're an airline. You guys make record profits every year because you overcharge.
Right.
Buy him a leg. It's a feel-good story. You look good.
And here's the thing. Let's take the best case scenario for the airline, which is, okay, yeah, this guy is running, taking you for a ride where he didn't actually have his leg in there, but he lost and decided that he was going to get $26,000 out of the deal. You, as airline industries, have already proven yourself to be kind of pathological liars.
Right. All the time.
So it's like nobody's going to be on your side anyway.
And in the end, do you believe the guy that literally, I can look at him and physically see he has no leg? He could be lying. I absolutely admit that.
Right.
But he has no leg. So if nothing else, he still needs a leg. And maybe he's trying to con you to get a leg. But the other thing is, you lost his luggage. So the burden of proof
is on you.
Because if you find his luggage and there's a leg in there, then it looks real bad for you. Right.
Because now you're accusing him of not actually having his leg in there.
One-legged lying sons of bitches.
Right.
Seen it 100 times.
No, you haven't.
No, you really have not.
Stop. Over in the UK, a man got into trouble asking about a package. He inquired about a parcel that was due to be delivered to his home that contained a handbag for his friend's girlfriend. Or so he said. The real reason that he hadn't gotten his package was because it was flagged as suspicious and reported to police. A quick investigation discovered that they were right to suspect the parcel as it contained more than $2,000 worth of marijuana. The man was arrested.
Brother, just look.
It's a loss.
If you're sending yourself drugs and it's late, do not check on it.
It's a loss.
It's been flagged.
Right.
Yeah, they're waiting for you.
They are waiting for you.
They say, do you think he's dumb enough to show up and ask for this?
We'll have it down here.
I watch those smuggling shows all the time. I guarantee you they went, let's just see if he shows up.
That's stupid.
That's it for your headlines with that. Go Kraken! My cock is out!
That's it, go Kraken. We'll see you next time, man. It's a positive Friday. The return of Ted versus the FCC. The lovely Taryn Daly's up next.
Go Kraken and hell yeah. It's all true, but in the meantime, we be all about the switch for 180 seconds or so. So until then, please do what you do best for leave the sake. Stay beautiful.
Been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
Start summer with a $500 Visa gift card. NC Machinery is offering big rewards on small excavators. Grab a Cat Mini excavator and demolish jobs. Dig deep or move material with the smallest line of Cat products. Do more with less. That's right, small is big right now. Big rewards and big savings for your pocket. For a limited time, NC Machinery is offering a $500 Visa gift card, as well as financing of 0% for 36 months for qualified buyers. Now is the time to reward yourself. Terms and conditions apply while supplies last.